T. McCluskey presents Arcade Talk live stream.
Now we hear you gone astray, and you're living in the shade of the arcade. And it's just a listen to the
Welcome, rebel scum. We'd be honored if you would join us. You know, it's your destiny. Welcome to another Arcade Talk live stream. So sit back, you rebel scum. And may the 4th be with you.
Yeah! Woo! May the 4th be with you.
Be with you.
Awesome. That was fire. How did you get Darth Vader to come into your arcade? That was amazing.
I know. He said you're doing something for
badass.
He said you're doing something for May the 4th be with you, so I'm coming on.
Dang. We got the dark side over here.
Yeah.
We're down with the dark side. What's up? Been an exciting week.
Yeah. Lots of stuff going on. What's this? What's been going on with you?
Oh, not too much, man. Just enjoying your I enjoyed your walking shell.
Walking shell.
That's right.
Oh, yeah. Dedicated from papabrad and Phil from PD7.
That's right, man.
Fun. That is fun to do, man. I need to do more of those, but I got to get back to the beach to do them. They're so fun.
I got some Star Wars arcades on. I got Trilogy on. I got the Atari Star Wars game fired up. I've got Empire Strikes Back on the Atari 2600, and I've got Pod Racer on the Dreamcast.
Nice.
Quite a few great Star Wars games in those lists.
So you got the big Star Wars on your marquee back there?
Yep.
Hey, see, we got some guests on here already. Welcome, Thor KC. Welcome, Hobbyhands. Welcome, Dan Z. Welcome, Wes Styles. Welcome, Goofy Foot. Welcome, Carla O. Welcome, anybody else on there? Dan Z. Welcome, Dan Z. Welcome, guys, to another Arcade Talk.
Arcade Talk.
We guys are having a great week, and May the 4th be with you all too.
May the 4th be with you.
There you go. All I got again is my Penguins.
Pittsburgh Penguins are great, man.
Yeah, great logo. As you guys see, man, there's no arcade behind me. I'm on the road.
Dude, the show must go on. You're like 19K Fox. You're streaming from a hotel room.
Got to do it, especially for May 4th to be with you. We got to get Hobbyhands in there. Hobbyhands, I sent you the link and the email to you earlier. When did I send that?
Yeah, Hobbyhands.
I hope you got it. Maybe you didn't get it, or did you?
Yeah, well, send it again. Send it again. Send it again.
Okay, yeah, there it is. It did send. But yeah, I can send it again. I sent it to the email that we're corresponding. I'm on the road, so I didn't see your email at first, Hobbyhands, but I did send it to your email that we're corresponding with. I'll send another one. Let's see, copy.
We got Dan Z in the chat. What's happening, Dan? Carl O. I got Star Wars Empire and Return, each on the ALU. Yep. All ALUs have static and video marquee action, baby. Yep. Yeah. The only bad thing is you can't play with Glenn's joke on the ALU. I don't think with Star Wars. I don't think it works right. But you can play it with the trackball, which is fun on the ALU. That's how I play it when I played on the ALU. Of course, on my Star Wars cab, I can play it with the arcade yoke, you know. But I like playing Trilogy on that one.
Carlo.
Once you have Trilogy, it's hard to play the other Star Wars games. That's one of the best ones. You know, Trilogy and original Atari Star Wars are two great Star Wars arcades.
Yeah, I'm disappointed, man. I was hoping Buy Stuff Arcades would came out with that Star Wars mod today.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Thor? Thor KC's in the chat.
Yep. Hey.
He says he has a whole bunch of Star Wars Lego to build. How cool is that? You know, it looks like have you ever seen the Star Wars Lego Death Star kit? It's insane. It's like a gazillion pieces.
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Man, that thing is insane. I can't imagine building that. Rebel Assault. That was a great Star Wars game on the GameCube. I remember that game. Rogue Squadron. Yeah.
Rogue Squadron, yeah.
No, Rebel Assault. That was like on the PC, wasn't it? Was that before it? I mean, I've been buying Star Wars games since Dark Forces, the original one. You remember Dark Forces on the PC?
Yep.
The early PC game?
I had it. My dad had it.
Yeah. I mean, I've been playing like pretty much Atari video, Star Wars video games since they've been out, you know?
Yep. All right. I don't know if Hobby Hands ready back there to backstage. Bring on Hobby Hands. We'll see if his mic works. Since we get the check, bring him on. There's Hobby Hands.
Hey, welcome to the show.
You hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, you sound good.
Yeah, I got this nice audio microphone.
It sounds good, man. You sound good. We're coming through fine.
Yeah, I've been working all day, so I'm a little sweaty.
That's fine.
That.
Yeah, so
This time of year.
No worries. No worries. Been in those cold days, right?
I like the cold. So
Except for those days where you can't use your machines out there. So cold.
I use them anyway. I go out there and plow through it. Though I have one of those nice heat jackets, so that really helps out.
Mm.
But
Nice.
so you're
Yeah,
not
so-
home, huh?
What's that?
You don't
he's
get to be
on-
home tonight. Out on the
he's
road.
on the road, man. On the road.
On the road. I'm in a hotel. But I couldn't.
Yeah,
I
on the
couldn't
beach. I
yeah.
get it now.
I see something in the background. I see. Is that a Star Wars arcade game behind you? You have a Star Wars project?
I have two. They're not quite complete.
Okay.
Close, but
Can't wait to see it.
unfortunately, the man did not deliver the ink for my printer.
That's
So I got some of it done, just not all of it.
Okay. Cool.
yeah. I'd love to see what you got.
Got a couple projects going on here. Of course, the main one here. This is the replica. I'll kind of zoom in, have it be the star for the moment. You all
Wow.
recognize that beast right there, right? Glenn's
Glenn's yoke, huh?
Glenn's yoke. That's right.
Sweet.
But everything
GRS.
else is mine from scratch. I kind of like to do it that way because if something goes wrong, then I know how to fix it. This is actually pretty easy to do.
There you go.
Be happy to lend some tips. Obviously, you know how it is. You can't see the quality on the webcam of the marquees. Everybody has that issue.
Yeah, it looks good though.
But this has some nice, really dark colors, really evenly lit. And for this, I actually I tried a whole bunch of things a couple years ago until I came up with a good solution that most people can do at home, even if they have a well, you at least need 11 by 17 inch printer, something an inkjet. If you have something bigger, that works great. But there's a special kind of plastic paper that I use. It just
Okay.
really pops, and I print it twice, so it's layered on top of each other. So the blacks are really deep, so light only comes through, where you want it to. I've got a mirror behind it, and I've got one strip of LEDs on the bottom here, and then I got a thin 1 inch strip of mirror on the top here. so it reflects back and forth.
Okay, so it's
distributes
lit
the light
evenly. That's awesome.
Really, really even.
That's awesome. So this cab was made completely from scratch.
Completely from
Obviously,
scratch.
I could see it's a work in progress, a WIP. I can see you have a spot for real T molding, huh? You're going to put real T molding on it because I see a ridge there.
Yeah, it is so close to being done. I thought I'd get it done today.
The shrouding around it looks amazing. How did you pull that off?
So let me give you a little history behind this.
Okay.
So, a couple years ago, One Up came up with the original Star Wars cab, right?
Which is
And
probably arguably one of their best cabs, by the way.
Yeah, yes, and I really, really wanted one. Stupid me, I was like, oh, hold off. I didn't understand One Up back then. I didn't understand the process. I was kind of new to it. And lo and behold, well, I went to get one, and what happened?
Sold out.
It's no longer available. And so I was like, oh man.
What you gonna do? Gonna make your own.
Go make my own. I started this a while ago, and I really
see if I can do this.
But the more I looked at the One Up cab, the original, I realized that there were some key differences, and it's some really silly differences. Let me get this out of the way. For instance, if you look at the original cab, you'll notice this little ridge here. Right here.
Yeah.
The original cab had that little ridge.
Yeah.
And I don't know why One Up didn't do it. I mean, it's nothing, right? CNC.
Oh, I know. That's what I said too. Yeah. It's like, why didn't they add that
design? So theirs is more flat, while the original cab has more angles. Now, I don't have an original cab, but I went through tons and tons and tons of photos.
Tons of footage, yeah.
And so most of what I did, I'd bring into Photoshop, kind of bring it into CAD, take measurements from there. So it's pretty close, but it is smaller. And let me tell you about this.
Is it taller than Arcade One Up or the same size?
Okay, it is about 52 inches tall right now.
Slightly taller. Yeah. Slightly.
So it would actually be shorter if it were a one-to-one replica, because the graphics wouldn't go all the way down to the bottom. I matched up the graphics, and it ran a little short. So I actually made it taller because I wanted it taller. I added 6 inches. So as far as the graphics goes, I've had to do a few modifications. You know those striations on the bottoms?
Yeah.
The stripes. I added a few more of those.
Oh, that's nice.
To the bottom, just to even that out, make it a little bit taller. Now, let me show you. I'm going to show you this down here. This is a work in progress too. Hope you can see it. This is my coin door.
Yeah. Those are those real coin doors, or is that just like a replica thing?
Oh, it's all from scratch.
Okay.
I made this yesterday.
Okay. So it's printed?
It is part printed, part laser cut.
Okay. Yeah, it looks good. I thought it was real. Just looking at it, I thought it was real. So I mean, that's
to go with the texture that replicates a little bit of the metal look on the plastic. And these are just temporary. I'm going to get real locks for those. I just did some mirror plexi right there, just for fun right now. The coin doors, you go like this. You know, you can. And I did take a liberty. Nice. I did put my logo on the coin door.
Nice.
For fun. And these do light up, by the way. I just don't have LEDs lit up yet. Again, we'll get really close here.
Yeah, you can't rush a project like this. So it's gonna have black T molding. What kind of T molding are you gonna put on it?
I have not decided. I do have rubber T molding from T Molds. What's that website, that everybody gets it from?
Yeah.
It's cheaper than cheap. It's like 39 cents a foot or something like that.
What size monitor is that in there? Is that a 19-inch?
No, I actually had to scale it down because it was a 3/4 scale. And if I wanted to keep a 1-to-1 replica of the original,
gotcha, I
had to shrink it down. That's kind of the unfortunate part. Now, there is no monitor in here right now, by the way.
Okay.
I still have to mount that. This is plastic.
Oh, I thought that maybe there was a monitor. It just wasn't on.
That was a monitor, yeah.
No monitor. You can actually see right through it. This is a protective plastic that I'll peel off when I'm ready to mount the monitor right behind it.
So what are you gonna put in there to run the game? You gonna put a PC in there, or are you gonna put a Pi?
I haven't decided. I have a PC.
Uh-huh.
I got it for $20 at the surplus store, and it's plenty powerful to run Star Wars.
Yeah,
I got
you
a couple
should do
Chromeboxes,
you should do a
Raspberry
PC
Pis.
with a big box build. Kong has a build that runs all the Star Wars games.
Well, yeah. I want to get the
That's-
other ones on here.
That's
And
what you should
so-
put in there. That's like the ultimate. I mean, it's got all the games.
As far as the graphics, let me tell you, that is hard to find, by the way.
Mhm.
A high resolution graphics for the side and for the front.
Uh,
I spent a lot of time searching for the graphics. Finally found it. And I actually also used some software called Topaz. Don't know if you're familiar with it. It's a AI resolution enhancement program, and it really works.
So you're literally doing custom everything, custom art, custom everything.
Everything. Yep.
So yeah,
Every
I did all
single
this
part of
right
it.
here, of course.
Uh-huh.
Printed that on my printer,
Mm.
and I'm going to relay this down. I did it pretty quick,
Mm.
but it has how the original has that ridge here.
Yeah.
And then, of course, down here it's raised a little bit. Has all the graphics there. Of course, you've got all this here. I designed this on Tinkercad and one other program that's called Design Spark Mechanical. It's kind of like Fusion.
Okay.
Part of this is 3D printed, and part of it is laser cut. And to get this texture, because I wanted to kind of mimic the original, I actually just used plastic dip, the black plastic dip. And I kind of sprayed it and let it dry. So it's kind of a little bit rough, and it also gives that metal texture.
It's looking good.
Yeah.
It's looking good.
Look. Yeah, it's coming along. I'm really excited to actually play some Star Wars on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what like you said, basically you couldn't get the arcade 1-up Star Wars, so you decided to make your own, right?
Right.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I mean, of course now it's back, but aside from the emulation, I don't know how good the emulation is on the ROM, dump.
On the Star Wars cab, it was real good. On the arcade 1-up, it's very good. Emulation.
I've heard,
Code Mystics.
So
And-
I'm actually kind of stuck with
the PC emulation and the main build, like Kong built, the big box build is fantastic too. It actually calibrates the yoke when you go into Star Wars. You go all the way to the left, all the way to the right, all the way to the left, and it calibrates the yoke perfectly. It plays really great. Like I would highly recommend. Like if you're going to put a build in there, if you can go PC is the best.
Well, I have plenty of PCs around here.
I mean, you can if you put a graphics card in, you could even play Daytona on it, House of the Dead, all kind of stuff. It's amazing.
So I have another project for those.
Mm.
This is just going to be really Star Wars.
Mm.
I'm not going to do much else with that. I have a full other project for House of the Dead and some shooters that I got.
The yoke works really good for those games. You'd be surprised how much fun
I
they
have
are.
2. I bought 2 from Glenn.
Okay.
So I have a spare to use
Down the road.
on another project. So I'm ready for that, for Paperboy or whatever else I'm going to play. So, but it was fun to design. These pylons took forever to build. I considered vacuum forming because I have a vacuum former, but it was just a one-off. It was just for me, and so I just did it the old-fashioned way. 3D.
Do you have any
printing
on those? Do you have any texture on those?
the pylons?
Hello, Common Sense. Welcome to the chat.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the same as plastic dip. It's all sprayed.
So it has that rough texture. Yeah. I saw your video. Yeah, your one video actually came out pretty good. You can actually see the roughage on those. So
Yeah. I have better lighting in there. I had to move into this room. My arcade room is dimmer. It doesn't have all the lights that my other room does. So I can't wait to put the sides on. I was really sad that I was running out of magenta, and I really wanted to throw the sides on, but I didn't quite get to that. And like I said, I'm just really excited to play this sucker, get the thing running.
This is not your arcade room. You have another room that's an arcade room.
I have another room that's for computers. And where I
Okay,
actually do my work and where I actually do my videos.
awesome. I see you got quite a few arcades. What machines do you have in there? I see an arcade one up. Is that a Miss Pac-Man, a Mortal Kombat,
Good
Yeah, I have
to
a
know.
Miss Pac-Man. I have a Tempest.
Big
I
Blue?
Fortunately, it
Big
hasn't gone bad yet. I have a Mortal Kombat. I have a Street Fighter.
Huh?
This Robotron.
Is that a Robotron?
Well, it's one of my builds. I'm not done
Okay,
with it.
Nice.
that's sweet.
In progress. It has an LCD, but I purchased a CRT, and so that's going to go in my Robotron. I found
Okay,
it at surplus for $15, and it works perfect.
yeah,
So those are the plans for Robotron.
that's cool, man. That Robotron is cool. You need to knock that one out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I play that right now, and that's one of one of my kids, my girls love. That's her favorite tab. She plays. It's a multicade too.
What are you running in that? Just running a Pi in there?
Yeah, a Pi 4. And there's a
Yeah,
couple
Pi
of
4.
option buttons there for multicade stuff.
Look at that control deck.
Yeah, it looks great.
The control
Yeah.
deck.
Great. That Robotron is fire.
I like the control deck.
Yeah, I love it. This is the
Oh,
this is another one. I'm
it's so
working
cool. You
on.
put those flaps on there.
That is cool.
That's actually, honestly, I'll show you right here. That's actually for my pinball build.
Oh wow.
I wanted it's
Oh, you're building it.
It's going to be a 3 level. I just barely purchased that top monitor for $4 at my surplus store.
$4.
Yeah. Well, that's the way. I mean, you don't need to spend a fortune. Like if you can do it yourself, you don't need to spend a fortune. You know, I mean, if you're resourceful.
I got that 120 hertz for $30.
Well,
I got my computer down there for $5 at the surplus store. It's gonna be a killer build, and I actually made my own. Let's see if I can find them. I grabbed one here. So I thought about selling this because this is a really cool thing. So I did put 2 solenoids in this thing. But I redesigned my button here. So you'll notice most arcades just have the one. So 2 of these actually fire the solenoids.
okay.
2 of these are for the regular arcade. That way I don't have to have a separate circuit board for the solenoids. When you push, they both fire instantly. And it's cheaper. I didn't have to spend another $24 on a board to do that.
That's awesome. So you're basically building your own machines at this point. You're building your own. You're building your own virtual pinball. You're building your own Star Wars. You got a Robotron. You got Michael B needs to see that. You got a 3/4 scale Robotron sitting right there. That's his dream cab.
I had a boss years ago, and I've kind of taken some. I don't know. He taught me something that was really beneficial, and he tried to do everything in house. And so that's what I've done. I have, CNCs, laser cutters, wood shop.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
If I can do it, I want to try and do it because if something goes wrong, I can fix it. I hope there's some things I can't do yet, right? Is the operative word.
Yep.
But despite what people say, a lot of people say, one-up started me on this mission,
Yeah. That's great.
And I like my one-ups.
Mm-hmm.
You'll notice a lot of them don't have the risers.
Yeah.
So
yep.
This is for 2 reasons. One, shorter people, my family's short. And secondly, my plan was to add a inline riser and put a drawer so I could stuff in there and kind of tuck stuff away. So that's a
Carl
cool
O
idea.
knows. Carl O knows. I said that in my walk-in sock video. Yeah. Meanwhile, in the background, At Games is building the Death Star. There's no Luke to blow it up. That is correct. When they come out with the 4K pinball and 4K arcade, that's going to be fire. I mean, you're going to be able to do so much with that. Think about, you can just hook your PlayStation 5 up to it and play games and have it in your arcade. I think it's going to be great. I'm stoked for that. And the thing about At Games, they're not rushing it. That shows me that it's going to be good.
Yep.
that they've announced it and they're working on it, but they're not rushing it at all. And the one thing about Act Games, I mean, that company is full of engineers. They're like the NASA of this home arcade hobby. They spent a long time on the engineering of their products before releasing them. And
we did announce that one. That Games did.
Mm-hmm.
When did they announce it? Has it been a while ago or?
Yeah, a while back they announced they're working on it. I mean, they were saying that they might have pre-orders for the summer. You know,
nice.
The founder of Carl said the founder went to Carnegie Mellon.
Nice. That's cool. Did not know that.
Yeah, that 4K would be a killer. I just can't afford 4K right now.
Yeah,
maybe at some point.
It doesn't matter though. Like I got into all this stuff before arcade went up. I've been into this since MAME. Like my first arcade, I got an exact replica of a Galaga cabinet and built my own. So Hobbyhands, I kind of like started where you're at, where I was building my own stuff, and then
I did make this before I kind of got into one up. It was just a little
multi-cade.
It did have Simpsons in it.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see the coloring.
Blue and yellow, yeah.
I figured it was with the blue and yellow. Yep.
Well, it's cool. There is a sense of satisfaction though, like when you build a machine from like nothing, like when you just like you pick all the parts, you build the control panel for it, you put the computer in it, you figure out how to get a monitor, a coin door, and all that. And when you're finished, there's a sense of satisfaction that you don't get when you just pick up that arcade in the box. You don't have that connection. Like my original arcade, I'll never sell it because I probably spent 2 years making it, getting all the pieces that I wanted to have, the machine I wanted to have. But the thing is now it's a lot easier,
There are definitely benefits to building your own, but there is the negative side. You have to have the equipment, the know-how, or learn know-how. Could be a
patience. You have to have patience.
Woodwork.
Yeah, I mean, I could
learn about everything. You can learn about everything.
For 2 years,
Yeah.
Instead, I'm barely getting to it. So there's benefits on both sides.
Yeah.
But I do this for fun. It's relaxing for me. I love cutting wood and cutting plastics. It's cathartic for me. Something to get my mind away, to do something else. Away from the world. So I do have one last thing I wanted to show. You probably might have seen this. You said you were done with your Dragon's Lair mods, but I made this for my Dragon's Lair.
Oh, nice.
It's
scoreboard overlay.
I resized this so that it's more similar to the real Dragon's Lair, so it lines up.
Yeah,
everything's not centered, and it just fits over and screws on. And the one thing that's it's a pain to make and I saw you got some square grills. I tried making my own and they turn out okay, but I don't think they're as nice as the ones you had. These are made out of wood and they take forever, and they're just magnetic.
Made out of wood? Wow. I don't know. They look really nice.
Plastic, sorry, they're just magnetic and they just clicked into the existing screws.
See, that's nice because I haven't did mine yet because I had to glue them on. I like yours better though. If you ever sell them, man, I'll definitely buy one.
They're a pain to make. I've had so many failures. The laser getting the dots that small.
Well, if you ever want to sell one, man, I'll definitely buy it because I think it looks I think it's cool that it snaps on there by magnetics. Easy to take off and on.
Yeah, it sure makes it ezy.
Yeah, which is really cool. I really like that.
And Dragon's Lair, I didn't show you. I have a Dragon's Lair hiding here, a Simpsons, a Tron, a Terminator 2.
One thing I like that you did with your Star Wars marquee is you blocked it out with that black, like the real marquee. I wish Arcade 1-Up would have done that. It had the black.
So I wrapped it around. I heat bent it and wrapped it around like the original. I looked at as many pictures as I could, and then what I did, it's actually pretty easy. What I did is I just masked this area off with tape. And then on the back side, I just used Krylon black paint, sprayed it from the back, and then peeled the tape off after it was dry. And so you get this nice glossy black finish.
Yeah, that's what it looks really nice. I mean, it looks like the original. It was
And
blocked
then
like that.
on the back, I actually put electrical tape around the back. You can't see it, but that blocks it out, so no light
Even blocks it out. Yeah, it blocks that light out.
penetrates it through. I forgot to show you the little. I don't know if you can see that now. Can you even see that? The speakers.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about the speakers. So are the speakers?
There. One came unglued. It hasn't been glued in yet.
Okay, yeah, I can see both. Yep.
But it's very similar to the original.
Yeah, it looks like it.
So I try to. These are fake. I just put those screws in there just because it looked like the original. Those are just plastic.
And did you tell people that you actually, that's the whole, like, you're around your monitor, that's actually a whole piece? I don't know if you told people that or not.
It's 3 pieces. So I can pull this part off, the deck part. This part right here all comes off. And then the other piece, yes, the pylons, that's all one piece.
Yeah.
But the control deck, I want to be able to work on if I have to. So that comes off on its own.
See, that's nice that you did the original, framing around the monitor too, which is so cool. Something, the Arcade One could have simply done, but they didn't do it.
This, I don't know why they didn't do this, because this is really, thermal forming is really cheap. The material that you use, the thermal form, you can use a couple different kinds. You can use ABS, which is most common, but there a styrene is another one. It's really cheap. It's like $15 for a 4x8 sheet. And if they're making them in China, they could have whipped these pylons out for 30 cents, 40 cents. So it frustrates me.
Cheap. Something cheap, easy to do. Even like the bezel, they could have just made the bezel like you have it, where it's tapered on the the ends. They could just made the bezel cut out instead of being a square cut out.
Wow.
Yeah, that angle.
Slave Leia.
Yeah, the angle.
That angle.
4KC.
You had that gentleman on a couple weeks ago, and he did the vacuum forming of the pylons. You got those, right?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
One of you got those?
Yeah, I have one.
Any case, those were nice, and that's all. Even that would have been an easy, cheap improvement for 1UP to ship out. Do that and do the square bezel, and it would have made the cabinet look so much better.
Yeah,
so
I sent you. You want to show that video of my Star Wars mod?
Yeah.
Oh,
you got the video? Roll that video. I want to show him my Star Wars mod.
Let's see. I got to do it a little different today. So I'm not
okay. Yeah. He's on the road.
On the road.
4KC says his most valuable Star Wars pop is the first pop his girlfriend bought him, the Slave Leia. So I asked her to marry me 7 years ago today. And as a matter of fact, Slave Leia is actually my video. That's the main video on my channel. I switched it to my Slave Leia video just for today.
I didn't have a chance to watch the new Visions. Well, tonight.
Here it is.
That big blue, I have plans for that big blue too. It needs to look more like the real thing. That's on my list.
There you go.
That was kind of my final list, was to go through all these cabinets and rebuild the cabinets.
Yeah.
Make them look more realistic.
It's fun to mod them too,
Yeah.
I think I modded all my Arcade 1UP, so I'll have some kind of mods to them. I mean, just because you can.
Yeah,
it's beneficial for a lot of people. They've made money off.
Only
1UPs.
Only 1UP Arcade I haven't did any mods on is my Pac-Man. I did 0 to my Pac-Man machine.
Yeah,
everything else
I did. I put in a Samuel 4-way.
Yeah,
other than that, and I put lit buttons actually.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna roll that clip.
Roll it up.
Roll up the clip. Hopefully. Why isn't that going? There it goes.
Wait, play it again. It's turned off.
What happened?
I don't know. Try it again.
Fell off.
I'm gonna take my Star Wars apart and send it to Beak Hong for modding.
Force will be with you always, but it'll be more with you when you're
Dude,
modded
was
by
I excited or what?
This is crazy.
I was a little excited. Here's some footage of the last footage of my cab. That's the before footage. That's the original.
You must feel the force around you.
Still, I think this still is by far the best arcade one up as far as authenticity. Something that should be in anyone's home arcade. This is definitely a game that I think everyone should own. If they love 80s arcades, I mean, come on. It's an Atari. Okay, so basically all you got to do is unscrew the control panel, send it off to the master. Here we go.
The master.
The screws are out. You just carefully lift it out. Lift
Off
up the
the
control
Cali.
panel, detach the
Open it.
cord that goes to it. Send the magic off to Kong.
I just got your box. Looks like there's a little bit of damage on the side, so I just wanted to open it up live with the cats all over it to make sure that there's no damage on the yoke.
The cat.
So, open this up. I like how you used an App Games box for your Star Wars Arcade One Up yoke. But I
I said in an App Games box.
Oh, you didn't even put
to
any packaging on it. Whoa. You are so lucky, Brad, that you didn't
The
put
force
any
was with me.
packaging around there.
Yep, no damage.
Hey.
The box was
Pristine
perfectly
condition.
sized.
I would have told you to like bubble wrap the heck out of this thing, but there's no,
Here's the straw, Brad.
no cracks.
Lucky.
So kudos, man. Congrats. I have your yoke in
That is
good
fun.
condition. Congrats, man. It
The
survived.
cats are all in the box.
Force and the powerful allied.
So I got the first box in the mail back from Kong. It's basically all the parts except for the computer to complete the mod. He had custom Star Wars language papabrad gaming
papabrad is legit.
decals made for me. I put the cab right in front of my television set in the middle of my arcade to build it. First step, you take out the stock PCB. You just follow along with the video tutorial, and it couldn't be
I sent
easier.
the
You put in a
stock
video
PCB
encoder
to Stringer
board.
Films for
That'll
free.
give you an HDMI out to go to the computer. He gives you all the special wires and all the kind of cables that you need to make what would be a pretty hard mod extremely painless. If you can watch a video and plug things in, you can do this mod. Look at the beautiful control panel he made. All the wiring and all the cabling is pretty easy. He has custom power modding, so like when you flick one switch, everything will turn on in your arcade. You flick one switch and you're ready to play Star Wars. It's really amazing. But let's check out the game. As a massive lifelong Star Wars fan, of course the first game I had to check out was Star Wars Trilogy by Sega.
Nice. Nice, nice.
Star Wars Trilogy Arcade
1998.
at home.
You don't have to wait for
via
it.
the Kong mod. It's always been a dream of mine to have the Star Wars arcade in my home. And
Kong
it
is
is
legit.
beautifully done with this mod by Kong. Everything in this game just feels right. Super tight, accurate controls via the yoke. If you love Star Wars, this should be the center of your arcade if you're a big Star Wars fan.
Yeah, I
You
made
look
it.
at the way the control panel
Made
is
it back
put
in my
together.
background.
The customization, the buttons, the awesome layout. Star Wars Trilogy Arcade is an iconic Star Wars game.
If you will not
I highly recommend this mod. This is actual gameplay being shown directly from this custom cab. There it is.
You know it, Thor, KC.
That was awesome. But how does the original Atari Star Wars play on this mod by B Kong? Let's check out some classic Atari Star Wars. So I'm going to select it using the menu system up and down on the yoke. You just press the fire button to start the game. The back button is underneath the yoke on the right hand side.
Yeah.
Just seamlessly goes into the game. Put in, let me coin up. Let me play some gameplay.
Red 5 standing by.
Red 5 standing by.
My gameplay is not going to be very good because I'm playing with one hand to the side to get a good filming.
Yeah, I got the camera in front of the screen. I'm playing way off to the left, but you know, no HDMI out.
I mean,
you got to do what you got to do,
I mean,
right?
this is like
I know.
when I was a
HDMI
kid
out.
and first saw this in the arcade. I'll never forget it. It was like it was the most amazing thing I'd ever seen. To actually be in a Star Wars movie, to be flying the X-wing.
Always love. It says, "May the
Are you
Force be
kidding me?
with you."
What
You
could be
notice
cooler
that on the
than
Death
that?
Star? It says, "May the Force be with you" when you
taking out
zoom
the
in.
Death Star.
Yeah.
I mean,
This
Atari
game was so
changed
amazing
the
when it
game.
came out.
When they made this game, it was so far ahead of what else we were playing in the
I mean,
arcades.
they went from
I just remember being
Tempest to
awestruck
this.
the first
You
time I
know,
saw this.
Yeah, it was pretty
this
awesome.
was the next game after Tempest that used a vector color, a color vector.
I hate the dog bad. I don't see what you can do with it.
Here we go.
May the Force be with you. See it? It's like a little Easter egg they threw in there.
Well, yeah, the real voices. I mean, back then that was just
incredible.
You were part of the game, you know.
It's like,
Yeah, that was awesome. To hear those voices.
Awesome. Not missing much on that one. Let's take a look at The Empire Strikes Back. I think I have to coin up first.
He could destroy
Here
us.
we go.
May the Force be with you.
So with this mod, really, you're not losing, you're just gaining. It has everything that the Arcade 1-Up originally came with, and like 1,000 times more.
How powerful was the PC?
You can see the gameplay.
it's a Dell
is perfect.
Optiplex with a
I mean,
graphics card.
I got
About $300. The graphics card cost more than the PC.
And I'm sure Skywalker's with
There we go. That's what I wanted to see.
Yoda. I got you, Yoda.
That's what I'm talking about. With some Battle Pod, man. Now you're talking modern arcade.
Seeing Star Wars Battle Pod in action tells you just how powerful this PC is in this mod system. I mean, this is like current level arcade action. And this game is just a fantastic Star Wars simulation.
I don't think B is doing those anymore, right? You stopped doing Mars.
Force is strong in this cab. Whether you're blowing up Death Stars or just riding your speed.
What's that?
Money. Didn't B stop doing like requests?
I don't know. I heard he was doing them again because he was doing a bunch of them. Who just told me that? Biggie D just told me that, or somebody told me that he might not have been Biggie D. It was someone was telling me he had a bunch of them he was doing.
Yeah.
Maybe Dan mentioned it on one of his streams that he had a bunch of control panels he's working on.
Yeah, I was watching. He did a live stream 3 Fridays ago. He did around 10 Star Wars control decks and stuff.
10 of them, yeah.
It was just like 3 or 4 weeks ago. Yeah, he actually did a live stream on Friday night.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
So he's still in the game. He's still in the game. Yeah, to me, the part like I could like the PC. I mean, just the computer build and modding the control panel would have been the hardest part to me. That's the part I would have needed help with the most.
So when he was doing those on that Friday night, I don't know if Do you buy the PC yourself, or does he do all that?
Well, in this case, he built the PC for me. I just paid for it, and he found the parts and made it and sourced it.
Because I think now he's just doing the control decks.
Yeah. Well, it's a build. You can just get the build and download it. That's on this machine, so it's out there.
But yeah, I couldn't believe he had 10, man. And freaking the dude, he was doing them all right on live stream. I was like, damn, dude, you're doing it so fast.
Yeah, crazy. Well, he's pretty much got it down to a science now.
Yeah, he does. Step by step. All right, roll the clip.
Wow.
Peter Star Wars Planet Endor. This is the kind of Star Wars game that a Star Wars fan dreams about.
I don't think I ever played the Return of the Jedi one. That's cool, man.
Yeah, this is Battle Pod. It's the one that's like a pod shaped one in the arcades.
Yeah, I've seen it in the arcades. I don't think I ever played it.
Yeah, I just seen it.
That was awesome. I love the way you can go in and out of the menu quickly and see the different games. Let's check out some Return of the Jedi. Just showing that all the games that you would originally have, they're pretty much all there. Like the way he did the scan lines. Scan lines are cool. On this next level mod, you can play a game like Revenge of the Jedi, then go straight to playing a great racer like Daytona USA, then maybe slam down some pinball. This mod is next level and top quality all the way. There, just the way it would normally be. Everything works just like you'd expect. Beautiful. You have all these awesome Star Wars yoke games all built into one cab, but this thing does so much more. This is the actual boot up sequence of the cab. This is from
Starcade. That's the build you need. It's called Starcade.
One switch.
Starcade playlist.
That's directly into the menu.
Look into getting that build for your PC for your cab when you're done.
Arcade experience. Literally flick a switch and it's going to take you to this. This is the Starcade 2.0 playlist that was created by B for his cab. And the most important thing is, of course, it has a great collection of the Star Wars games that you're going to play on the cab. But I never realized so many different categories of games can play so great with a yoke. I'm going to be enjoying this cab. It's going to take me months to play all the games in here.
Still haven't played all the games.
The care that was taken with each specific game,
I haven't played them all yet.
Setting it up with the yoke.
So many in there.
Just my mind is blown. This is just such a good collection of games and the controls being set up perfectly. Thank you.
Anyways, that's my Star Wars mod.
Yeah, that's the thing that's tough. Those, the arcade games you want to play that have those unique controls. So that's awesome that he's delivering that, or Glenn, offers something else.
Yeah, that's cool. And the fact that the GRS, you can just use it with USB. That's how it's running with the PC,
Yeah,
but you have a lot of options,
right away. So hoping to play some Star Wars tonight. We'll see.
Well, you're hoping to get it done complete tonight?
No, because they didn't deliver the ink to print the sides.
I just make up and running.
Yeah, I'm going to get it up and running for sure. I loaded RetroArch and Lunchbox.
Come on, it's not as cool as this Star Wars. This is the stuff here.
Well, see, I grew up on that one.
That's what I'm talking about. You remember this one? This is a blast from the past. You remember this?
I would love to have that on my Atari.
Yeah, I don't think I ever played the Empire Strike Back one. I don't remember that one.
I do. I remember that.
We've come a long way. We've come a long way.
Get that dot.
I gotta hit the dot. Yeah. We've come a long way.
Yeah, but it was still just as fun.
It was cool, but yeah, that was my first Star Wars game.
I'm trying to think what my first one was. Besides this one.
Another good one's for the Dreamcast. Episode 1 Racer.
Yeah, Pod Racer was hard.
Yeah.
We were trying to play that.
Yeah, I never played that.
Yeah, I actually played that in the arcade on that big machine that they have.
The Pod Racer machine's gigantic. It's fun.
Yeah, it's fun, man. It's hard though. At first
it's hard. You got the thrusters. You got the thrusters.
Yeah, it's like, but it's pretty cool. I mean, I didn't get very far on it, but it's still fun to play.
Yeah, I didn't own it either. I had a friend, and he had a ton of Atari 2600 games.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, we had.
What was your favorite Atari 2600 game back in the day?
You know, I liked Combat. I know there was
Combat
all the games, but
Combat is the original multiplayer game.
Yeah,
that was the stuff. Only multiplayer, no single player modes at all. We were just talking about that last show, T. You know, I mean, Combat, I mean, was amazing. Then you had the jets. You could play as the jets, the tanks. Biplanes was fun.
I forgot about the jets.
Dude,
remember the biplanes?
Yeah.
Then you had the jets with the bomber.
It's still fun to play. Like when my grandson came over, we played Combat, and he was digging it. It's the competitive. It's the competitiveness of it, and the fact that you steer the bullets makes it. Once you realize that you're actually steering the bullets, that whole game is just still fun. It was a brilliant design.
Or frustrating if you keep getting over and over.
Yeah, sometimes you get hit and you're set up for just to get shot again instantly in combat. Yeah, but that's the way the game plays.
It's like,
yeah,
it's like they
tank spins. Brother KC says he remembers playing Freeway until my sides hurt from laughing. Simple, silly game, but so funny. Yeah, I love that. That was a fun game too.
I don't remember that.
That's a good multi. It's kind of like a Frogger almost, but you can play 2-player. They had a lot of good. They had a lot of good like games that are really fun to play 2-player with a Atari 2600. Fishing Derby's a good one to play 2-player. Frogs is a good one to play. They had a bunch of fun ones that are 2-player type games, but
yeah, they did have a bunch of 2 players.
Yeah, we didn't have too many Atari.
Okay, I hate to do this to you guys. I hate to put you on the spot like this, but Hobbyhands, what's the best Star Wars movie? I have to see if you're legit. What's the best Star Wars movie?
Man, I mean, for me, that's a tough one. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have to say Empire Strikes Back.
Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, still to this day. Although I have seen A New Hope over 250 times. So
yeah.
So I enjoy a good New Hope watching, but Empire was just more gritty, you know.
I hate to ask this question, but are you old enough to have seen it in the movie theater when it came out? Did you see it in the movie theater? Even on the re-release? Like I saw it originally because I was a kid when it came out. Yeah.
I'm old enough to also remember cigarette smoke, the lighting of cigars and cigarettes in the theater.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember Star Wars in 1977. There was a line around the movie theater. When you went to the theater back in 1977 to see Star Wars, when I did, there was literally a line around the block to get in the movie theater to see Star Wars. It was incredible. Yeah, and it was so far ahead of anything else that had been made. Like when that came out, like your mind was completely blown because the special effects were so much better than anything we had seen before. The story was good. The music was good. I mean, everything about it was just like, I mean, still, I love the original, you know, the 1977 Star Wars for me is really a classic. And then to follow it up with Empire Strikes Back, you know, I think probably as a movie, I mean, I'd have to say for me, Empire Strikes Back is still my favorite Star Wars movie, even though it ends on a kind of a downer, but it's in the middle of the story. You know, I think it was great. It would have been so easy. How many times do you see a great movie and then the movie that follows it up is terrible or doesn't really capture that magic that the first movie had?
Or nowadays, what'll happen is, you know, at the last 5 seconds, the good guys win. You know.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Empire, it didn't happen that way.
No,
you know?
no, man. It ended on a bummer. I mean, they
Right.
got their asses kicked in that movie, you know.
Yes, they did.
You know.
Yeah, I mean, Empire is probably the. I mean, I was 7 when the first one came out, and I still remember going to it first time. I think we ended up seeing it the first one 7 times in the movie theater. But it's funny though, because my mom and dad had to go see the movie before we could actually go see it, in case there was some swearing words in there. We couldn't see if it was swearing.
Really? You couldn't see if it was swearing.
We did. So
boy, how the times have changed, huh?
Yeah.
How the times have changed.
I mean, because we couldn't wait to see it. And then when my mom and dad got back home from watching it, man, we're all like rushing at the door. What'd you think? Can we go see it? Can we go see it?
Thor knows. Listen to this double feature he saw at the drive-in. He saw Empire Strikes Back with Star Trek 2.
See,
the Wrath of Khan, right? Isn't that the Wrath of Khan? Star Trek 2?
Yeah,
that's the Wrath of Khan. That's
on that side too. So
those are 2 masterpieces back to back.
Yeah, that's a good.
It's like the best of the Trek and the best of the Wars. That would be a good double feature. I would totally love that. You know, it's funny. I went and saw the Star Trek Wrath of Khan. They did a re-release. There was like 4 people in the movie theater, but I loved it. I loved it. It's like getting the whole movie theater myself, and they played it. It was great. But seeing it in the movies was fun.
Hey, what's up, Black Cat Arcade?
Did you see the re-release? Remember when they re-released Star Wars?
Yeah,
right
in the early
Menace came out.
95?
Yeah, I went and saw it like, and whenever they basically they took away the some of the cool. They added like some computer graphics, some new special effects, but they changed too much. You know.
Yeah.
You know, Han shot first. You know, you can't change that.
Yeah,
he's like, oh well, that's the way I meant it to be. But I mean, you know, you can't go back. You can't go back. It changes the whole. You know, there was a. It's like I liked it. I still love, and the thing about Star Wars, no matter how bad Star Wars movies are, I still love them. Like even the worst Star Wars movie, I still like. You know, it's just I like the franchise. I think, you know, I like the old stuff the most. Maybe partially because of nostalgia. You know.
Yeah.
How about the new Star Wars? Do you like any of that, Hobbyhands? Have you watched any of those shows, like The Mandalorian or?
I think the best newest ones that have come out was Rogue One.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Rogue One was good.
Out of the theater releases, that was probably my favorite.
Yeah.
Other than that, first season of Mandalorian was okay.
Yeah.
Boba Fett.
I didn't like Boba Fett as much as some.
Yeah,
of the
like Boba Fett. Boba Fett. Part of the
way up here.
Yeah,
way up.
Part of the magic of Boba Fett was he was so mysterious, and then like the way they unfolded his story, it kind of took away. Like I always thought he was like a total badass, you know. And it was good though. I mean, it was okay. I think Boba Fett would have been hard to write for anyone. But
I thought they were all fine, but I you know, not as good as the originals.
No,
though I did really like seeing Luke, you know, when you first see him, we haven't seen him for 30 years, you know, and he comes in and he just
that was a great moment.
Yeah, that was killer. I love that. Yeah, that was pretty good. That was about as good as like in Rogue One when Vader goes crazy
at the end. The beginning of Star Wars, you know, it's like it links to, you know, A New Hope. That was cool.
Yeah, I guess Disney.
That was another movie that was a downer. It's like they all die, right? They're all on that planet that gets blown up, you know, and I don't know, you know, it just was good. You know, it felt like Empire Strikes Back kind of. It was, and you know, the thing that's cool about Rogue One when you watch it, it's the only movie I think in Star Wars that doesn't start with the crawl, with the credits, with the text, and then fading into the planet. Like Rogue One just starts and it's like it's different, you know. It's kind of its own thing, and I always respected that about Rogue One.
You know, I like the animated series better than some of the most recent shows.
Disney announced they're going to have, I think, 3 new movies coming out.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yep. So I think one's going to be the continuation of the Skywalker And then I forget. I think one's going to be after Return of the Jedi and all that. I thought like
I'm looking forward to the more Ahsoka, and kind of a spin-off from Rebels.
Oh, Thor said Solo doesn't have a crawl. I have to watch it again. Like I did watch Solo once, but I never watched it again. I think I might have seen it in the movies. I do have it on Blu-ray. I just never watched it again.
Solo, I think, kind of got a bad rap. I actually enjoyed that more than some of the other.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
That came out. Yeah.
I mean, I like all of them with the backstories. You kind of get the backstory of everybody. I like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Solo wasn't bad.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah.
And the actor that plays Lando did a good job. And yeah, that was pretty good. That was pretty. I mean, it wasn't top tier, but it was enjoyable, watchable. Definitely.
So how far along are you on your VP virtual pinball build? Do you have Pinup Popper installed, or are you using what are you using for your interface for that?
That's Pinball Effects, but I have
downloaded
the all-in-one installer, the Baller installer.
Okay.
I just haven't quite gotten to that. I'm still
a lot, yeah.
Getting the third monitor. I gotta make my plunger, and I gotta add a couple more solenoids, a couple more speakers to it. And I build my own speakers too. Those speakers I have there are custom. Those little yellow ones.
Okay, cool.
They're custom. They're properly tuned and boxed so that they sound the best for that kind of stuff.
I really like the Pinball Effects games. Those are fantastic. Like that's kind of like if I had a custom VPX build or pinball build, I would want to have those for sure. Those are some of the funnest pinballs to play on a virtual machine.
I'm still trying to decide what my theme is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
I thought about doing Star Wars, but I was making a Star Wars. I don't want to put.
You got a Star Wars cab, yeah.
I thought about Terminator, but I'm like, I can't do Terminator. But then I was like, man, that'd be cool to have and I have a Tron already machine, so I was like all my favorites. I'm like, man, how do I theme this? So, but I thought it'd be cool to do something classic like a He-Man or Ghostbusters would be cool.
Yeah,
Ghostbusters theme would be awesome.
Yeah.
Or some weird one like The Last Starfighter, something, some bizarre one out there. Or,
something one of a kind.
I just have to find a theme, see if one's available. I'm sure Ghostbusters is. As a matter of fact, I think I've seen that one. He-Man.
Yeah, I've seen Ghostbusters.
But yeah, there's some good ones out there. That's why I haven't covered that one yet, because I just don't know yet.
That's right, because To Die For did a Ghostbusters themed pinball. They look really cool. Did you guys see his?
Mm-mm.
Oh yeah, his machines are cool. Yeah,
that Ghostbuster one, man.
Bobby Vin, man, awesome. He's the king of modders. That dude is off the hook.
Yeah,
I've had a lot of fun doing this pinball. I'm falling in love with pinball. I was never a pinball guy growing up. I didn't do much pinball, but man, I like it. It's fun.
It's addicting.
Yeah. What happened to me was I went to a arcade convention. I went to the Houston Arcade Expo. And then of course when you go to those kind of things, they have like every pinball. They have like so many, like you really don't I never played so much pinball at one time, And the machines that people bring to these arcade expos, it's like the hot rod community. I mean, they're in better shape than when I remember playing them as a kid, or when I first saw them. They're usually really well maintained and restored. So I just fell in love with playing real pinball. It's something I'm a really huge fan of, I have to say.
Okay.
The one thing about pinball, I would love to have a real pinball, but they're so expensive.
So expensive,
Yeah.
And
thousands.
When I went, I was surprised. The real pinball community was really cool because when I was at the Houston Arcade Expo, people that really were avid pinball players, they would just let you play. We were playing 4-player games. And of course I sucked because I don't play pinball before that, but they were really friendly. They were like, oh no, you need to get into virtual pinball. Then you can learn about all the rules of the game. And once you know the rules of the game, when you come back to play these pinballs, it's a whole different experience. And that was 100% true because the next I got virtual pinball. I got a bunch of the games. I started to learn how to play them and all the rules and like what shots you need to make. Then I went to Southern Fried Gaming, and I was like, that was it. I was a pinball. I mean, I'm a pinball fan now, probably for life. I just loved it. I mean, it's like it does carry over a lot playing on a virtual pinball to a real pinball.
Yeah, I know they're not as good, but I love having the different themes. That's something you just be almost, you have to be rich, almost.
Yeah, and you can have, you can have 300 tables,
Yeah.
I mean, you can't touch that. I mean, and then like when you play real pinball, you start to learn like, oh, this is, you get a feel for each table, and it's amazing how good and how accurate the physics and emulation is. I mean, you really do get a feel. Now, when you play real pinball, you learn how to nudge and stuff. That's all different, but it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, my
it's a
table,
great hobby.
Actually, I'm incorporating nudge. My nudge is a little bit different. I've built my nudge around a spring, so that when you hit the table, you have to hit it hard enough for it to activate that spring and make that contact. I didn't want to go with just the buttons. I wanted to be able to hit the table.
Yeah, you should put both. Both is good because I think both is good. Like I know the At Games Legends pinball. That's what they do. They have I think it's called an accelerometer, the thing that makes it move when you push on it. They have that, but they also have buttons.
Yeah, no, I'm not going with an accelerometer. Mine's more mechanical.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
But it's cheap and seems to work good.
Yeah, with real pinball, of course, you can go left and right, and you can push up too. Like a lot of it is like you kind of rock it, to like cheat when you're trying to play real pinball, to cheat a little bit. But it's fun. I love it. It's a great hobby.
Yeah, mine actually is going to have the front and one on the left and on the right. And
man, the virtual pinball thing is a very deep well. Like you can get sucked into that well and never. Like one of my friends, Punk Rock Dave, he started building his own virtual pinball. Then it just like disappeared, because it's like it's that engaging. Once you get a couple tables up and running, like you have to basically construct each table and get it to where it works good on your setup. So, but I mean, it's great. It's a great hobby, and it's a lot of fun.
If you're making your own, it can also cost a lot of money. But you can at least decide how far you want to go with it.
Right.
I'm making my own exciters for my pinball.
Yeah, that's cool, man. You're going. That's really hardcore there. Yeah,
it's cheaper and
you
pretty good rumbling.
You got the bones with the 3 screens. You're set to go. I mean, you got 3 screens running right now with the with everything. Where you got the back box, you got the DMD, and you got the play field. I mean, you got basically the bones to make everything work.
Yep.
Well, I put a pause on it for a little bit because I was just having fun playing it as it was.
I know it is. It is fun. I love virtual pinball as well as real pinball. It's very addictive. And
the software is just getting better and better. Although the one thing that does kind of torque me off a little bit was, if you bought the Pinball FX2, going to Pinball FX3, you lost your tables. I mean, that's a bummer.
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
I didn't get into the new one. I have every table on the original, on the previous version, whatever it was. Is that Pinball FX2? The one that has cabinet mode in it.
Right.
I have every table on that. So like I really don't want to upgrade. I mean, at this point,
this one has
it's good enough for I'm happy with it,
They just didn't update, so you don't have to kind of hack it.
Okay, that's cool.
They've updated it so you can do a 3 screens too.
Okay, that's good.
It's actually in the menu system now. You say activate, and then you go and select your DMD.
Do you have to contact them for them to activate cabinet mode though still?
No, not anymore.
Not anymore? Because I remember that was a real pain. You had to like show them. I had to send them pictures of how it was playing and stuff. It was crazy.
Really?
Yeah, they don't do that anymore. Now it's just like if you want to do it, it's just an option.
Yeah, there's activate cabinet mode. And then like with yesterday's update or the day before,
this is recent, right? Is this a recent?
Edit your text file for your DMD size and stuff.
Okay.
But but like the update they just did a few days ago.
A few days.
It was recent. They don't have that anymore. You can there's just a menu where you enter in the size of your DMD and
from the front end, like in the game in the program.
Yeah.
Now see, they're trying to suck me in. They're trying to suck me in to buy all these tables I already bought because I have them all. They're trying to suck me in. I don't know, but that is good. That is good. That is good. That is good. That gives you a reason to get. For me, that would give me a reason to maybe get on board.
So do they have one now that they don't? Let me think about this. Do you have one on your table now that you like that you can't get on the new FX3?
I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know the lineup that well. Yeah, I'm not sure, but I mean, I bought all the packs for the original one because I mean, just a huge pinball fan. Love pinball. So what's up, Bozo Calvin Jr.?
Just got done watching Star Wars and played the Star Wars pinball. It was
Took
day
off. Wow.
What Star Wars did you watch? Did you watch all of them or just the first one, Calvin?
Well, they had the new one come out today, the second season of Visions. Or is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think it is Visions. I did see that.
I haven't watched the next
Thor
season.
KC asked, what's your favorite marquee? On pinball or any what's your favorite marquee of all games? What do you guys think? You guys stumped?
The best marquee? I need to think. Give me a minute.
Quality or because you like it because it's the game you like?
I would have to say, and this is gonna get me some hate now.
Yes, the best looking.
Dragon's Lair Arcade, because I like the way it's angled and it has a unique look, and
it's unique. Yeah,
it's totally unique. There's no one else that uses a marquee like that. But I like the Dragon's Lair marquee. I thought was always
especially
really
since
cool.
like the original was oversized too.
The original, on the original arcade,
it was oversized.
You can see a footage of it on my Waybacks tour. They have a Dragon's Lair with.
That's tough though, man. I mean, there's a lot of cool marquees out there.
Yeah.
Space Ace.
That is tough. I don't know.
It's a hard one to think about. The marquees.
I like my Terminator. It's not that great looking. I need to replace it, but I like it.
Especially if you get away from the the bit LCDs and all that, you get away from those, just like the original arcade cabinets. Like, what's your favorite marquee? I mean, there are a lot. Tron would be one for me.
Yeah, my Tron was a little washed out as far as quality goes. My best looking one is probably. Boy, I did not get lucky on marquees. I don't know how everybody else did, but I did not get lucky on almost. I mean, my Counterkid NBA Jam probably looks better than any of my full size 3/4 inch sized marquees.
Yeah, Wizard of War and Moon Patrol. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I still like the original Dig Dug marquee.
Dig Dug, yeah.
That's a cool one.
Yeah, I have that one. Well, I have the Countercade. It's horrible. You go 2 degrees off either side, and you can't see the screen at all. Not really, but that's how you feel. It was their first attempt. They got a lot better on the Countercades. All the Countercades look great besides my Dig Dug.
Did y'all see that Scott the Woz video that dropped on Arcade 1-Up? Did y'all see that? No?
When did that drop?
I don't know, like a day ago or 2 days ago. I put a link to it in my community
familiar,
post.
but I don't think I watched it.
But yeah, it's crazy. I think Rexer Show is going to go live talking about it, but it's a pretty good video. You need to check it out. And he's a big YouTuber. Let's see. Let me go to. I think it was at like 60,000 views. Let me go look at it real quick. Yeah,
Yeah,
He's going to have more views on this video than probably the entire home arcade community posting Arcade 1-Up videos. I'm going to pull it up real quick. I'll tell you exactly.
Yeah, Thor said 2 answers. Personal favorite as far as preference, and then which one you own that looks the best. Talking about marquees.
I like the bit pixel. I like the bit pixel that I have on my At Games the Best. It's my favorite marquee because it switches with each game,
which is cool. Yeah,
and it's it looks like a Las Vegas sign. I really like it. Some people don't like it, but I love it. I love it. I like the new one that they have. That's an LCD one too. Is really nice. I eventually want to get one of those at least. But
my favorite marquee that I own would be Mr. Do.
Mr. Do.
I still love that marquee for Mr. Do. The Sable one.
Oh, wait a minute. You ready for this? Okay, my thoughts on 1-Up. Let's see if I can focus. Get in focus.
I did see that. I haven't watched it yet, but I did see it.
120,000 views.
Wow.
That's more views probably than the entire home arcade community gets on videos in a week. And he just candidly just talks about the history of Arcade 1-Up. It's a great video. And he has all his machines behind him. He just talks about, basically his history with Arcade 1-Up. But yeah, check it out. It's 120,000 views. It was put out 1 day ago. That's in 1 day.
Wow.
So this YouTube community is like nothing compared to that. I mean, like when I saw this video, I was like, whoa. But it's a really great video. It's just basically him talking kind of off the cuff about his history with Arcade 1-Up. He's got a ton of the machines, and just like all of us, he has a lot of personal experience. So it's a good video if you get a chance to watch it. It's fun.
Yeah, I have to check it out.
Arcade 1-Up, good, bad, or indifferent. I mean, they really did help bring the retro scene back.
Yeah,
to a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, I've got to give them that. A lot of people are having a lot of fun. Even if the machines aren't perfect. Especially if you've never played the game before. You don't know the difference.
Yeah. Well, the good thing is Arcade 1-Up, it gets people into it, and that's good. That's good.
What's nice too, Arcade 1-Up, they have
the good titles with the nostalgia.
And they're trying to replicate the machine too, the original machine, which is nice, which nobody else is doing.
Yeah.
You're replicating the original cabs, which is
not in 3/4 scale anyway, or larger.
Yeah, you want to talk about the big ones there, people are, but
Yeah. I mean, I have before I got the Dragon's Lair from 1-Up, I bought the Dragon's Lair from Rcade. I had to get it.
Yeah, yeah. The Dragon's Lair on iiRcade is really good. If you ever get a chance to play it, it's arcade accurate.
Well, that's a pre-order, Calvin. The Sable's new Star Wars topper comes out in mid-June. Just posted yesterday. So Sable's is coming out with the new Star Wars topper. I'll have to check that out too. I didn't see that. Makes sense for May the 4th be with you. I'm dropping that. Yeah. I really hoped our Buy Stuff Arcade would came out with their Star Wars mod today for being the May the 4th. I really was hoping they would do pre-orders.
What do they do? What are they doing?
They're modding the Star Wars so you can play racing games on it.
Oh, okay.
They're adding the gas pedal and all that.
Right.
And then doing that box so you can do all the racing games. I'm pretty interested in getting that.
Yeah, I need a racer. I don't know if I have room. In my other room, I have space for another arcade. I thought about moving Star Wars in there once I get it working, but I wouldn't mind a racer.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. That's why this mod from Buy Stuff Arcades is interesting to me because I really don't have the room. So to turn my Star Wars into a racer is pretty awesome, especially since the yoke will work really well with that.
Yeah. The yoke does work really well with racing games,
especially like Spy Hunter. Man, it's like it's almost a perfect yoke for Spy Hunter.
Dude, playing Daytona with the yoke is amazing. It's an amazing experience. I'd highly recommend it.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting that mod
because it's analog steering too. It's great.
because I just don't have I don't have room for another machine. So getting Star Wars to play racers just be awesome for me. So then I got my racer down, and then all I really need is a pinball. And I have room for one more machine that I'm holding out for a pinball for that last machine.
If I pack up my my barcades, I could probably get 2 more 3/4 scales. But you know, one of my barcades that I really like is the my brain, I'm tired. It is the Marvel versus Street Fighter. I like that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I thought about doing a conversion on that to a 3/4 scale cabinet because it's not a bad barcade if you like the barcades. No. It's my most played barcade.
Now, if I move to a new house, like we're looking, that's why I'm in the hotel, because we're house shopping. I'm hoping to get a room bigger than what I have now. My wife doesn't know it, but I'm looking for a room a little bigger so I could get more machines in there. That would be cool. Then I could get some more arcades in there.
Yeah, there's always that limitation. I mean, we all have it.
Yeah.
Whether it's 1 or 10 or 20 or whatever the case may be.
I have 5. I can only really get one more, so I only get 6 in the room I'm in now. But if we move, we get a little bigger room.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
You'd have more.
That'd be nice. Or something else, you know. They come up with something else, you know, that you want.
And the bad thing right now too is my stuff is up in the 2nd floor. I want all my stuff on the bottom floor. It's terrible because if I ever want to move anything out, man, I have to go up and down those stairs.
Yeah, mine's on my top level, but that's okay. Except in the summer, it gets really warm in here. So I've got to wait until late in the evening to play. Or early.
You got to get some AC in there.
Yeah. It's an old house. But I like it.
Comes says, nah, you just got to squeeze them. Squeeze them back to back.
Stack them.
Yeah, I could do that. I almost have enough room where I could put them in the middle of the room and back them. So I can get.
I thought about doing that. I thought about putting 2 in the middle back to back. You know, kind of have a little. You'd have to walk around, but.
Yeah. Yeah, I think my room's big enough I could do that. But dang, I can get 5 more in there.
I don't know if there's anything else I'm really looking for right now. Pinball's big enough. I mean, I went full size on that. That's taken.
That is full size?
Yeah.
So it looked pretty big.
It's a 39-inch. Well, just shy full size. It's 39-inch. I actually want to get a Ascendant light gun for that and just use the upper. I made the upper screen larger because I wanted to use it as a shooter.
Mm-hmm. What size is that monitor? Is that a 20-inch?
The top one?
Yeah, your back box.
The top one, the middle one, I guess right now.
Yeah, the middle.
27-inch.
Okay.
The middle one. The table is 39-inch.
Okay, cool.
Retro playfield. It's 39-inch. And it would be fun to play. One of my favorite games is Galaga. So
Yeah,
that would be good. I mean, I have a Galaga, but still be nice
to play on that. Yeah.
Or Akari Warriors. I kind of want to get Glenn's new stick when it comes out, the 8-way. Because that'd be killer on that large play field there.
Yeah, it would.
That's one of my favorites from back in the day. Just need the right controller.
Hey, what's up, Piggy D? What's up?
Piggy D in the chat.
Yeah, I'm still on vacation. That's why I'm in the hotel room, Phil. That's why you don't see my arcades back there, man.
Hey, what's up? Hotel. What's up, PD7?
What's up, Piggy D? Phil? What's up? What's up? Yeah, we're still on vacation. Well, we're really not on vacation. We're house hunting. House hunting, no look, but we did eliminate some areas, which is good. This house hunting thing sucks, man. Freaking long distance. This is terrible. Oh.
Yeah, it's got to be hard, huh?
It is hard. That's why we said, like, okay, forget the house thing. What's knock off areas? What areas do we not want to be at? You know, and then once we pick an area, then start looking at houses. So that's what we're kind of doing. So we eliminated quite a few areas. So I think we're down to like Wilmington and Hampstead, North Carolina. We're looking at those 2 areas.
Who talk about warm? That's high humidity there.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Not as high as where I'm at in Louisiana. I live in the swamp.
Too.
I live in the swamp.
Dude, it's hot. It's hot and it's muggy, man.
It's dry
south
here, so it's different. I lived back east for a long time, and then I also lived in Fiji, and so that was really warm and muggy and hot.
Yeah, I was in Saudi Arabia for 7 months. Right on the coast. The coast over there in Saudi Arabia, man, it's humid as crap. It'd be 140 degrees, man, 80% humidity. You can barely breathe.
Well, that's crazy. It's like take a shower and you have to take another shower and another shower.
Yeah, it would get down to like 99 degrees or 100 degrees at night. It's like no relief.
That
and
sounds horrible.
We were living in tents. Living in tents that were green, dark green. So just absorb that sunlight. We used to actually, we had our MREs, and we'd just throw them on top of the tent, man. In 5 minutes, they would be steaming hot. So hot it was over there.
Cooking right there, huh?
I don't know how people can live over there. I mean, that was ridiculous. I mean, you do get used to it. If you drink a lot of water.
Well, if you don't know anything else, you've
True.
never moved and been somewhere else.
But sand everywhere, man. Freaking sand in your cracks, sand in your freaking toes. I mean, it's just ridiculous. You can't get rid of the sand over there.
You have to check for snakes all the time.
Check for snakes, scorpions,
Scorpions.
spiders. Dude, we saw the camel spider over there. That thing was the biggest spider I ever seen in my damn life. And that thing was like huge. It was like that big. And then our one, because I was in the military, or one officer was like, yeah, those camels, they call them a camel spider because they can run down a camel, which was a bunch of lies, but we believed them because we were so young. We're like, well, one friend actually caught one. He said, get that thing out of here. That could kill you with one bite. I think it was bullshit and stuff, but crazy stuff. But yeah, North Carolina is not as hot as – it's about the same as here in Pittsburgh. The humidity anyways, because humidity here in Pittsburgh, man, it's like horrible in the summertime.
Yeah, I lived in Virginia for 5 years. Got pretty humid there.
Yeah.
Pretty warm.
I don't know if we're going to find a place or not. Not this time around anyways, but we'll be back down here again.
Yeah.
Later in the summer.
August 1st to September 15th is monsoon season in Phoenix.
Nice. Yeah, we actually coming down here, man. They had almost like a tropical storm go through. I don't know if you guys saw that. Tore up Virginia Beach. We actually went through that. Thing. What's that?
Yeah, I think I saw that.
Yeah, we actually were driving through that. We didn't even realize it when then we turned on the news once we got down there. We're like, oh yeah, tore up Virginia Beach, and I was like, damn, we drove through that. We just freaking waited a day to come down here.
Yeah, I saw something on the news the other day. It showed 2 cars just getting flipped. This tornado was coming and just took those cars and flipped them upside down.
Which is crazy.
Wow.
It's crazy the massive force those things have.
Yeah.
Picked it up like nothing. Glenn is going to have a big announcement. Is it Sinden?
Yep. He's going to be on the Friday night arcade show too with me tomorrow night, and Biggie D is going to stop by too. It's going to be a great show. Check it out. Friday night arcade show tomorrow night, and iiRcade is also doing a stream at 3 o'clock
They're doing a stream. So
what time did yours start?
Ours is like in late night. I think like 9:30.
Yeah, I think it's 9:35 your time, 10:30 Eastern.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's awesome that iiRcade and Glenn Retro teamed up, man, to get the new control deck for the originals.
Yeah, it's going to be a game changer. I mean,
have you heard a price on that?
Not yet.
Any rumors?
Maybe Friday. I don't know. I wouldn't want to speculate. I'd probably be wrong anyway. I'm not sure. But
I heard it was going to be
the thing about Glenn stuff, it's top quality. I mean, from having the yoke, I mean, like if you want good controls, Glenn's going to do it right. It's not going to be halfway done. Like he's putting it's basically got all his best stuff. It's got the 4-way, 8-way switcher on both joysticks. You got
awesome
you got
product.
Push pull spinner. You got his trackball. I mean, it's gonna be awesome. Like if you play the iiRcade a lot, it's gonna give you really great controls, which is kind of funny because the iiRcade already had good controls. It had Sanwa clones or true Sanwa parts already. So I mean, I think it's just gonna even be better though, because you have more options. You have the trackball, you have the spinners then. I think it'll be more competitive with At Games actually, because At Games Legends Ultimate has all those controls. So I think it'll up their game a little bit as far as what they can do. But I'm excited for it.
I replaced my Tron spinner with Glenn's.
Me too.
Mine died.
Yeah, mine too.
And I actually bought 2 of his. I haven't had to use them yet, but I bought 2 of his Tron sticks. So the new ones. Just in case.
In case they break.
They're good. They'll last.
Yep. Oh, I love his spinner. I mean, it's so smooth.
Well, the reason I got 2, he did that big deal during Christmas. It was like $130 for the yoke, and they were normally $199.
Right.
Yeah, I had to get one of those. Had to get a second one.
Yeah, it was a good price.
Too good of a price. And the product was just too good. So and that's good. It's a good matchup, I think, for Glenn. You know?
I think so.
I think he tried to go to 1UP a couple times. They just didn't want his offerings, I guess.
Yep, that's what I heard. That's what papabrad heard too, right?
Uh-huh.
So, well, you snooze, you lose.
Yep. Stupid, you ask me, but I mean, because everybody knows he has great products.
So did Bozo Calvin get one of his cabs already?
It was damaged.
Oh, it was damaged. Oh man, that's a bummer.
See, what's this one say? Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. Yeah, forgot to tell you guys 1 out of 2 FNF got damaged in shipping. So upset with UPS, they sending back to Best Buy warehouse. Just got the shipping date. Yeah, so there's damage.
Yeah, I know. It's hard to tell. Like my Big Blue, the box was all beat up when it came in. It was funny when I opened it up. There was nothing wrong with it. It's just the box looked terrible. But it survived. I don't know how, but I was surprised. I was like, man, this Big Blue is going to be messed up. When I built it, it was fine. It didn't really have any issues. But you never know. Those things are so heavy when they're shipped. I mean, the UPS guys must hate it when they see one of those because they're so dang heavy. I think they probably get damaged a lot in shipping.
Yeah, my UPS guy was pissed, man, because when he delivered my Star Wars, he took it down to my freaking garage door because it was the easy way to go to my garage door, and then I would have to take it up 2 flights of stairs. I was like, nah, dude. It's like I caught him. I was like, no, you can't keep it there because I don't have a dolly. Because he had a dolly. I was like, nah, man, can he bring it up to the front door? He had that disgusted look on his face, but he did it.
Yeah, he did it though.
I mean, I couldn't take that thing up 2 flights of stairs.
Yeah,
that thing's too heavy. Taking up 1 was enough. It's like, but yeah, he was going for the easy route. Because those guys never deliver down to my freaking garage. I'm like, you're only delivering it to my garage because it's heavy. I don't blame them though, but at least I caught them.
1UP aren't even that heavy. When when we have a piano, and those pianos are heavy, real pianos. And when that guy came, man, just one guy brought it right up the stairs. He had a technique.
Mm-hmm.
I was just amazed, man. I was like, because those things are like, I don't know, at least 500 pounds. They gotta train the UPS guys like to train the piano guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kelvin said, well, they told me the whole box completely busted open. Damn. That's doing some roughage on that box.
Yeah.
So did anybody see any Fast and Furious in the Best Buy's stores yet? Since people are actually getting them, nobody saw them in the store yet.
I haven't. My Best Buy that's near me, the one where I do my walking socks, they literally have no arcade one-ups at their Best Buy. They have a spot for them, but they still have not gotten any either. I mean, it's like they have an entire little section and it has nothing in it. I have to drive like an hour to get to a Best Buy has a few arcade one-ups in stock, but I don't know. Like, I thought all the Best Buys were going to get them, but apparently not. I think it's kind of hit and miss.
It must be hit.
It seems like certain Best Buys have them and other ones, like, they literally had nothing. I mean, they just had cards for the arcade one-ups. I was surprised. I keep checking, but that's where people go shop around where I'm at. That's the big shopping center, you know? And that's the biggest Best Buy near me.
Yeah, my Best Buy, man, all they had a Pac-Man Legacy on display. Pac-Man Legacy.
Legacy. That's
wow. That's all they had. It's like, you serious? Nothing else? And I asked the guy, it's like, hey, this was when the deluxe were coming in. It's like, hey, do you got any deluxe back there or anything? Nope. You have to go over to this store to get them. I was like, did you ever get any in? He said, no, never got any of the deluxes in that store. So we
haven't gotten any one-ups in a long time at our Walmart. It's been a while. Any of the ones around here. We do have an RC Willie around here, but that's a little bit farther away. They might have something. I know they're a distributor, or were a distributor.
Yeah, I don't know who's distributors or not anymore for Arcade One-Up, besides Best Buy.
And the Best Buy we have around here, well, last time I went, they had a Blitz. That's about it. And I don't go to the other one.
Yeah, I was going to go to my other one. I never got to it. I have another one that's like bigger. It's like 20 minutes away. I think they got the deluxes. I was wondering if they're going to get the Fast and Furious, but it sounds like the Fast and Furious have not hit the stores yet.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even think Phil's seen one in his Best Buy, and it seems like Phil's Best Buy is one of the ones that got them first, or at least the deluxe.
Dude, Carl, how do I get that deal? You need to message me on Messenger. I want to get that deal. That's a good deal. $180 for a bit LCD. I'd jump on that. I might have to upgrade.
Uh-oh.
Thor KC says the Walmart near him has a couple of Yoga Flame and MK30 Peasant-Cades. That's hilarious, Peasant-Cades. But they want $379 with no riser or no marquee. No, thank you.
No marquee. Wow.
Yeah, I don't want to have to put a marquee on. By the time you do that, I mean, it costs so much aftermarket, Oh, Carl O is LPO.
Long gone are the days when you got $50 clearance arcade one-ups.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with this Fast or Furious. I say give it 6 months and see what it's going to be going for.
Yep. Yeah, I guess still got 4 more days to May 8th. See if they show up in the Best Buy stores. The Fast and Furious.
Yeah, PD7 said $100 just for a marquee. Yeah, I mean, if you pay $300, that's like a third of the machine.
Yep. So $379. Now you're talking $479. So you might say close up to $500.
Like, you can get an iiRcade for I think the iiRcade brand new at Best Buy is like what, $600, $599.
You get some used ones out there cheaper than that, right?
Yeah, if you can find one on Marketplace, definitely. Thing about iiRcades, they don't wear out. I mean, because it's all quality. It's built to last. Class of '81 is on sale.
Already? Oh no, not the
$4.99 sometimes. Okay.
That's the first one with the riser, right? I'm waiting for that Pac-Man ducks to go on sale. I'm thinking the fall they'll go on sale.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know what it is like for you guys, but when I look up our local classifieds, man, people want so much money for the one-ups around here. It's really bizarre.
Yeah, they're high.
Like $1,300 for the Star Wars, or just crazy prices.
But like, how much does like a Mortal Kombat go for, like a common one, or a Street Fighter, or a Pac-Man? Like in my market, it's like usually like $300, $200 to $300
minimum.
At least where I'm at.
It's different in every area.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw a real Donkey Kong for $1,100. I was tempted, but didn't happen.
I actually seen one for $7.99. Went back there a couple of days later to buy it. Gone.
It's gone. Yeah, you got to jump. You got to scoop them up when they're on sale.
Yeah.
We had a real Star Wars pop up here, working and everything. He wanted $2,400.
Wow.
That's pretty high, but you've seen worse for Star Wars.
Yeah, there's one website out there I see all the time with Donkey Kong. It's regular price is $1,100 for Donkey Kong. I've been tempted with that one, but still over $1,000. It's like,
yeah,
it's
Carlo, you need to join us, man. We're waiting for you to get an iiRcade. Scoop one up, man. We'd love to have you join us. You could, it'd be fun to have you on the leaderboards, play some games with you online.
Like Columbus, man, it's only 3.5 hours away, Carlo. That's probably a little longer for you, but. If you needed help, I would drive up there with you, Carlo, and help you get it here. Yeah, Columbus ain't far from Pittsburgh. Columbus, Ohio. Get it, Carlo. How much were they asking for, Carlo, that iiRcade?
Yeah, what was the price?
Well, I'm waiting on the sewage inspection. They're trying to bone me. I don't know.
Feels like he's buying a house.
Yeah. $500 at Best Buy, brand new.
That wrestling one?
That's not bad. Yeah, the Retromania wrestling cab.
Is that original cab? Or is it the gold?
That's an original one.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. They play all the same games, though. I mean, the games are the same on both. I have both of them, and other than the marquee, the marquee is different. They have a little bit different speaker system, but it's really not that different. I mean, to me, the original iiRcade is kind of like a candy cab design. It's kind of like the screen is set like where you sit. Everything's just at an optimal, position for playing the games. Yeah, the Retromania has the Sanwa. Biggie D's right. Comes with Sanwa.
Could be a deal, especially if they're announcing Sinden workaround for the original cabs.
Yeah.
For the iiRcade.
Yeah, to me, getting the control panel, it's like not just about the one game that plays with the Sinden light gun, but it's about having the good controls. And there's a lot of retro games on the iiRcade. Like if you get it deep into the library, they got a ton of retro games that have 4-way controls. You just push that button with Glenn's, T will tell you, and you push that button with that gate adapter, and you got like perfect 4-way. And it's really, I think the control panel. A lot of people that have iiRcades play them a lot, so I think people that are like into playing the games a lot will like the control panel. I think that's really, if you want like a hardcore setup with really top level controls. That'll get, and then people always forget. iiRcade has Burger Time, they have Dragon's Lair, they have Space Ace, they've got they got a lot of good titles that people forget are even on iiRcade. And as far as shooters like shmups and shoot 'em ups, mean, you can't touch iiRcade. They got the entire TOAPLAN library. I mean, it's pretty good. Like if you like shoot 'em ups, the iiRcade is like the champ.
Yep. Yeah, I love that gate switcher, man. That's so awesome. I can play 8 4-way now. Switch of a button. Because I had mine set as a 4-way because I had Mr. Do on there, of course. But now with that switch,
Biggie D's right. You got the entire R-Type series. All the like every R-Type arcade game is on iiRcade.
Yep.
Yeah, just because they don't have Pac-Man doesn't mean they don't have great games. You know, they don't have Pac-Man, but they have plenty of other games that are great. You know.
See you, Phil. Well, good night.
Take care, Phil.
Space Harrier is fun.
Yeah, Space Harrier is cool.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I still haven't got my sitting-in gun. It's been 2 weeks, man, so I haven't got it. Phil got his in a week. I've had 2 weeks. I still got.
Where's it coming from?
I'm not sure where the sitting-in guns are coming from.
I thought they were international, aren't they? Is sitting local or are they UK?
I thought they were local. Phil, do you know where your sitting-in shipped from? But Phil got his in. I think he's in. I forget where Phil's at. Wisconsin. He got it in exactly a week. So
yeah, I need to get one of those. I want one.
That the burner is so hard to play.
Be a step up from my Wiimote gun.
Yeah, I'm excited to get mine so I could hook it up to my Raspberry Pi. I got this build somebody did, and it's compatible with sitting-in guns. So all you have to do is plug it in, and it supposedly works. So we'll find out. It's supposed to be all set up for the sitting-in guns. This guy gets a sitting-in gun to see if it works. Maybe I shouldn't have got the light gray gun. Maybe that's what nobody else sells or buys the gray one. Maybe they special ordered it.
Yeah, maybe the light gray will be a collectible though. Like if they didn't make that many of them, you know.
Yeah.
What colors
I thought
do
the
they
gray
have?
one was
Red,
cool.
blue.
I got the light gray.
Yeah, I got the blue one.
Nobody else seems to have the light gray one. I mean, that's why.
I mean, if somebody could hack this, you know, I would use this for my T2.
That's the arcade one-up
Wow,
one.
yeah.
Well, look, hold it up. Let's put them side by side. This is the real. This is the aftermarket sending. You got now. Look,
Different.
see on this side, you've got like a Nintendo pad, and you've got 2
I
buttons.
don't have that.
On this side, you've got 2 more buttons. And man, they really figured it out well. Like it's so easy to set it up with the iiRcade. You just hold down one direction.
I didn't realize they were that close in looks. I don't think they play the same though. Biggie D, I won't get the gray one then. It just takes a little longer, man.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they just added light gray ones, but it seems like most people don't know they had a light gray one. So maybe they just added that when I ordered it, and that's why it's taking longer because they're just getting them in. I mean, papabrad, did you even look at the colors when you ordered yours? Did they have a light gray one? Do you remember?
No, they didn't have a gray one when I ordered mine.
So see, that's
wasn't an option.
Yeah. So see, that's just a new option. That's why it's taking longer. But once they get them in, though, I think they're going to be in. I think they're just taking longer to get them in. I think it'd be all right, Biggie D, if you got a gray one, because once they come in, I did finally email send in, and they did do a shipping label on Tuesday, and they said they're supposed to start shipping the products out to the public on Friday. So we'll find out. I'll have to do
that retro Pi build that you're talking about. Is it a digital white border, or do you have to stick on a border somehow for the sending gun to work on the Pi build?
No, it has a white border already built in. Yeah, somebody made the retro Pi, dedicated to the sending guns. You can play other games too,
right?
But because they have a section, Yeah, they have a section where you go in there. It's called send in. You go in there, and then you click activate or deactivate. So once you activate it, the white border goes across, and then when you deactivate it, it goes away. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pick myself up one of those because it's the only way now. You know, I mean, I have an old CRT I can use. You know, that, but
what's my monitor?
All right. What are you doing over there, Papa Brad?
My monitor went off. I don't have any screen.
Oh shit!
I'm trying to figure it out.
Dang, I didn't know that.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I'll have to play a quick clip.
Yeah, play a video or something. I gotta figure this out.
Just want to get another copyright.
yeah. You know, speaking of Star Wars, I was thinking about modding my Star Wars to accept coins. I think that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, that would be cool. I think this is Star Wars. Story 26.
Fighters, fireballs coming right at me. Watch the laser towers. Aim for the tops. Pick them the cannons. Use the force. They're coming too fast. It's late.
That's pretty good for Story 2600.
That looks like the Commodore version to me. But yeah, for 2600, that's pretty good.
Some game! In a galaxy of video games,
Jim
there is
Carrey in
only
there.
one
Hey, guys.
Star Wars.
Parker Brothers. Parker Brothers version. Yeah, the PC version wasn't bad back in the day. That was okay.
Yeah,
It wasn't
it wasn't too bad.
terrible.
The Atari 26 one didn't look too bad. I remember playing it, but
Yeah, that's pretty impressive if it's the 2600 doing that. That's
yeah, that was 2600 commercial. Looked like Jim Carrey. I don't know if that was really Jim Carrey or not, but kind of
oh, yeah, I
sounded
got to say a little bit.
because he would have been pretty young back then. I don't know when that came out.
Pretty sure he's older than I am.
And that,
By a few
you know,
years.
that would have been sometime in the 80s. It could have been just starting out. Because he really got famous, I think, early 90s.
Yeah, I wonder. I didn't know Stinden had a wireless.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Because you think you'd have some problem with latency or something like that.
Carlo, oh, my Sinden still hasn't shipped. What color did you get, Carlo? If you got light gray.
They got to bleach the color out to get the gray.
That's what I got. No commercials. I think it was Atari 400 where I played Star Wars. Yeah, I didn't have Atari 400. That was a PC, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a computer.
Yeah. Atari 400 is where I learned to program. Nice.
Program Thor.
I think just to learn how to. He was talking to Thor KC. That's where he learned how to program PCs. Some of you guys are new. Well, Biggie D's new here. Oh, Kyle Junior, you haven't seen my my May the 4th be with you intro. Play my May the 4th again.
Welcome, you rebel scum. We behind you join us. You know, it's your destiny. Welcome to another Arcade Talk live stream. Sit back, you rebel scum. And may the Force be with you.
I think I had the breath a little loud there, but I had Darth Vader being in my arcade. My arcade.
I guess you heard that they gave that when they do Vader in the future, it's going to be AI. They got permission from. Man, my brain just went. Oh, the guy who does Vader's voice. I'm tired. Can't even think of his name.
James Earl Jones.
James Earl. I'm saying that's horrible.
James Earl Jones. Yeah, I had to think of the secretary too,
because he's not doing it anymore. You know, so he gave him permission to. They took recordings of his voice, and they said, go ahead.
Well, I guess he'll live on forever, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy with the AI stuff. I dropped off.
They're doing it with everybody else, not getting permission. I think I saw Arnold Schwarzenegger singing the Sound of Music the other day.
Really?
AI, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty funny.
I have to check that one out.
It sounded like him, too. I mean, it really did.
Yep, Calvin, I forgot to say I'm your father. I was going to put that in there, but I sounded stupid saying I'm your father. So I was using a voice changer on that. I actually paid for a voice changer just for that clip, man. I paid $18 for a voice changer. I'll use it for other stuff, but if I was actually at home, I was going to use Darth Vader's voice the whole stream, or at least part of it.
Does it just give you the one voice?
No, it actually comes with a whole bunch of them, and you can actually make voices. I will actually watch the YouTube how to make the voice because you can change everything, distortion and tone.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Man, that's a hard one.
The Scream voice.
It'd be Friday the 13th or Halloween for me, I think. Or even the first Night of the Living Dead I ever watched. It was in the movie theater.
Black and white.
No, it was in the one in the 80s with the military. They were
the one in the mall.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that freaked me out, man. I was like 13 when I watched that. I was freaked out. After that movie, me and my brother went and saw it. I'm like, oh my gosh, man, this shit's like freaky. I never saw a movie like that.
Yeah, I didn't see that until I got older.
I mean, it was pretty good graphics. I mean, that's what I saw, like the body snatchers and all that, but that stuff was so fake looking. But that Night of the Living Dead, man, it really freaked me out. You ever want to see like an alien movie? Watch I think it's called The Fourth Kind movie.
There's a third kind, the Spielberg.
Yeah, well, this one is recently. They say it's based on a true story, but the fourth kind is where you get abducted.
Right.
It's pretty freaky, though. I mean, the way they put it together, it was almost like an interview. It was like an interview with the person, and they would go like do the flashbacks of what supposedly happened up in Alaska. It was called. I'm pretty sure it was called The Fourth Kind. That one's pretty freaky. I mean, I landed out my DVD to. Well, actually, I was trying to give the DVD away to 4 different people. Man, they all returned it. Like, nope, I don't want it. It's a pretty freaky movie. Freaks you out.
The Thing, the new one.
Yeah, I didn't see the new one.
It's a prequel. It takes place just before the one they made in the 80s.
Yeah, I saw that one.
It's okay.
Night of the Comet. I never heard of that one, Carlo.
Oh, Night of the Comet's a good one.
You heard of it?
Yeah.
Calvin
everybody
says
turns to dust.
What's that?
Night of the Comet, everybody turns to dust.
Oh, really?
Except for a few people.
How about the Blob?
Yeah, I never saw the Blob.
No. I don't know if that was black and white or not. I can't remember. It was pretty old.
They made 2 versions. They made more than that. There's actually been more than that.
You're back.
With no audio.
No audio. Calvin says, who really will get their first Fast and Furious cab? Who will get the first Fast and Furious first? Calvin, sound like you.
Will you get your sending gun before the Fast and the Furious comes?
Yeah.
Hey, do I have audio now?
There you are.
Yeah.
Okay, wow. Sorry, I had to reboot my whole computer, man.
Did you really?
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what happened. My monitor just went black in the middle of the stream. Like,
Came back.
Yeah, I must have gotten attacked by Rcade 1UP. They must have known I was streaming.
Hobbyhands is getting attacked by something over there.
My monitor just went completely black. And must have been when I said Carlo was At Game's biggest shill in Rexer's stream. They must have hit me with some kind of attack. My computer just went dead. Like everything was running. Like I could hear you guys, I could see you guys, I could see it was still working on the screen, but my monitor had no picture. So yep, the Fast and Furious virus got me. You're right, Carlo. They knew we were talking shit. I think I need more screens. How many screens? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I only have 9 screens running. I think I might be pushing this computer a little hard.
Could be.
Because I got 9 screens running. But anyway, it is true. Carlo is At Game's biggest shill by far. It's okay. You're always welcome if you get an iiRcade as well. We'd love to have you in our community. But it's all good. I love At Game stuff. I like it all. I mean, it's all good.
That's all good.
I mean, it's all good. It's just, each company offers something different, and
I wish sometimes
variety is a spice of life, if everything was the same, think how boring the world would be,
Need some competition though. That's what we need.
Yeah.
As long as you're having fun.
Look, Caro says TM needs an iiRcade.
He said maybe eventually.
Yeah, I will get one eventually.
Yeah. Or
I don't have room for one.
Yeah, and you're going to be moving soon, so
yeah.
But
I really like to get a pinball. Since I have Mr. Do, I kind of have especially if I could get the send-in gun going, I have my fix for a little bit.
Yeah.
Pinball, and then get the iiRcade. I really want to get iiRcade because they have the store. They're always adding games.
Yeah, it'd be fun. You could come on the Friday night arcade with us and play games. And the thing with the iiRcade is it has HDMI out, so it's easy to stream. That's the one thing that At Games should have added to their new machine that they're working on. That's not going to have HDMI out.
Oh, it's not?
Nope. HDMI out is huge. For if you're doing anything where you want to stream it, makes it a lot easier.
I'm shocked that they're not going to.
Yeah, I think they're using all the HDMI stuff for like the different screens because it's gonna pinball. You got a lot of screens,
Yeah.
You got the back glass. You have quite a bit going on. So, but I know that their whole thing is like I'm kind of in the inside At Games this little group they have, and they want to have no lag. So that's why that's why they do the things they do with the screens on the At Games, because it looks like a HDMI, but it's not really like a normal HDMI. You can't just split it off and run it out of the cab. And they say they do that mainly because they don't want any lag. But it does work good.
Carlo asks, "What's Hobbyhands' favorite cabinet?"
He's got a lot.
You know what? I like T2. No, I take that back. Turtles. They got the original Turtles. Yeah. Before they came out with the second version.
Brings back the retro feels. Who's your favorite turtle to play as?
I don't have a favorite.
Yeah.
I guess Michelangelo.
Yeah. Is Michelangelo, is that the one with the nunchucks?
I don't remember. I was never good at which.
Yeah, I never was either.
Yeah.
Fun game, but I didn't get very far. Calvin says, "Yes, you do, Mr. T. Everybody wants me to get me on iiRcade." One of these days when I move.
Let's see.
Yeah, so I mean, really, with iiRcade right now, to buy through only cabinet you really can get right now is the wrestling one, right?
Yeah, that's the only one you can get brand new.
Brand new.
Yeah, unless you pick one used. Like like my favorite of the OGs, I had an original one, and I have a Dragon's Lair. It's a good looking machine. That's the one I got.
See Dragon's Lair.
You got a Dragon's Lair, so you could. The original one's kind of cool. It's kind of got like a Tron look to it. It's orange and black.
Yeah, now that they come out with will be coming out with that.
The gold cabs, yeah.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't mind getting an original cab now that they're coming out with that control deck.
Yeah, it changes the game some.
Yep, sure does. Hobbyhands has something over there. What do you got over there?
What do you got? Got some show and tell going on.
Oh, I was just bringing up this guy.
Oh, cool! It's a turtle.
Yeah,
it's a big one there. That's not like them little ones. I remember having them little ones. That's a big one.
That's a big one.
I have 3 or 4 of these.
That's pretty awesome.
But seriously, for the life of me, I'm horrible with names. I'm the worst with names.
In the chat, which Ninja Turtle is that?
See, I couldn't even tell you. I'm just like,
dude, what's up with
Donatello, Michelangelo, Raphael? But I can't tell from the color of the bandana. I know it's how you tell, at least in the cartoons, but I can never get them straight. I think this one had the size though. Maybe it says on the bottom here. This is, and it's too dark. I can't see.
Is that? I think it's Donatello, huh? Wasn't Raphael the one with the red bandana on the size?
Let's see if I can see here. It'll bug me.
Was that Raphael?
Is there like a smoke alarm chirping? I just thought I heard a chirp.
It's in here.
It's in there. That's cool.
Yeah, coming from somewhere. Yeah, I've been hearing him all night.
Do you have a Millennium Falcon behind you?
He's got a big one.
Yeah, I got this guy right here.
What is that? That's pretty cool. What is that? That's awesome. That's pretty cool. Is that like a model or?
It's a toy.
Oh, that's cool.
Check this out.
Oh, there you go. That's the X-Wing. Ooh, look at that thing.
That's a big one.
That's big.
Yeah.
That's like the small ones we had.
That thing that's sick.
Did you get that at thrifting?
Yeah, I got that thrifting. $25.
I'll be putting some fishing wire. I'll be putting some fishing string on that and hanging that baby up.
That's cool. Yeah,
I'll be hanging that one up.
Yeah, I got most of my stuff in my other room. Most of my toys and stuff. I got something you'll like. Hold on, let me go find it.
Had the X-Wing hanging right over the Star Wars machine.
That's what I do, man. I'd hang that one up. Hang that mug up from the ceiling.
Put it right by your Star Wars cabinet. And that'd be
I know.
Perfect. Yeah, I'll have to get my big Millennium Falcon I bought. Or I didn't buy it. My mom and dad gave it to me when I was little. That was the big one.
You got the Star Wars one? The action figure one?
You'll get a kick out of these. At least I think you will.
What? What the hell is that? Some gigantic Super Nintendo cartridges, huh?
Can you play those?
Those are cool. Those are cool.
Cool, huh?
I never saw
those.
them.
Are awesome.
I found these for $1 at the thrift store.
A buck. A buck. Yeah. Dude, I'd be rolling home with those too. They could probably charge me more than $1 too. Those are cool.
Them, they're expensive now.
Yeah.
$50.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What do you do with those? Put them on the wall or?
Yeah.
Probably got little hanging things
for
in the back.
A display at one of the stores.
Oh yeah. That's true. Yeah. Those are cool though. That is pretty awesome.
Yeah, I got a lot of weird stuff.
I gotta start going thrifting.
Yeah.
Keep saying I'm gonna do it, man. Then I don't do it. I keep forgetting. While this trip.
I found a lot of stuff. I found a couple weeks ago. I found Mike Tyson's Punch Out. With Mike Tyson, for like $10, something like that.
Wow, I love that game.
Yeah, it's a fun game. It's a tough game.
I'd love to see somebody come out with Punch Out the Arcade. That'd be.
Do you collect any consoles?
Oh yeah, I got.
Yeah,
I got most of the older ones.
Uh-huh.
I have 7 Wii's. I have a couple slim PS2s.
Okay.
I got a couple PS3s. I never went past PS3s.
So you don't have like a Dreamcast or Nintendo's or Super Nintendo Genesis, any of that stuff, huh?
No, no Genesis.
You know, really the PS3 though, seriously, like if you're looking to buy something that's awesome, that's like not that expensive, that has a ton of good games, PS3 was a pretty banging system. I mean, they had a lot of good games on the PS3.
Yeah, pretty good graphics.
And you can pick them up cheap, and it's HDMI. I mean,
oh, was it HDMI? I didn't realize that.
yeah, I always thought about maybe building like a PS3 based arcade because they had a lot of good fighters and stuff that you could play on it. But
yeah, I had to play it PS2, 4, and 5.
Mhm.
Didn't get the 3. Never played the 3.
Yeah, I have 1, 2, 3.
I mean, and I kind of like was into the PlayStation 3 when it came out. Like I bought all, like I have Marvel vs. Capcom 2 on it. I have a lot of the cool games you could get that were really great games that I don't even think you can get them. They haven't been re-released.
You're right.
So they had some really good stuff on there that like you can't get anywhere else. Yeah, and they like when I went to Southern Fried Gaming, some guy was at like they have like a flea market thing there. And I picked up a PS3 for like $30. And, you know, I mean, you can't, like, with controllers and everything. It's like, how can you pass that up, you know? So I think I've got like 3 of them now, PS3s, you know? I'm not as bad. Like the Dreamcast, I still think I have the most of them. I have.
Yeah, I want a Dreamcast. I have the controllers, but I haven't been able to find the console or the cartridges, you know?
The deal with the Dreamcast, just get a Dreamcast, and there's a mod you can do called GDMU, and you can put a memory card in, and it's a drive emulator. So it plays all the games, and it's just like having the disc. It's a perfect emulation because it's actually emulating the drive. It's really great. That's a really sweet console when you do that to a Dreamcast. But I get into it, man. I like unshell them and put them in different colored cases and everything with my Dreamcasts. I love it. I have like 3 modded ones that are like fully crazy colored shell mods. Then I got one. Yeah, I got one just basic one like that plays discs. I still got some Dreamcast games that are on disc, you know.
Yeah, I have a Jaguar. I had a Jaguar. I can't find it. I don't know where it went.
What's a good game for the Jaguar? I never really played one. What's a good game for it?
Primal Rage is the only one I could think of.
Primal Rage?
Primal Rage.
It didn't have too many games.
Yeah, Thor says he loved the PS3. Never owned a PS2, though. I think I was doing PC gaming. Yeah, the PS2 had a hack. I was all into hacking these consoles back in the day. I guess that would have been the 90s, huh?
Yep.
The PS2 had a hack. You could do like, you had to get a mod chip, and there's like a hard drive. You put a computer hard drive in it.
Really?
I have that hack on. Yeah, I have 2 of them that are hacked that way.
The original Xbox was the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still got the PS2.
Now, the original Xbox, I have 2 of those. One of them, I have the entire machine is set as a coin ops. Like coin ops, that's where it came from. The original coin ops was for the Xbox, the original Xbox, and it was an emulation. So
a couple 360s.
Mm-hmm.
PS2 made some great midway games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the GTA.
Sweet, yeah. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and Marvel vs. Capcom are absolute classic games. They're fantastic on the Dreamcast. Dreamcast really had all the good Capcom games. I mean, the Capcom arcades, the Naomi board arcades, they all went to Dreamcast. Plus, you had Power Stone. There's so many good games on the Dreamcast. I need to get back into streaming it. I was doing Dreamcast streams. I need to get back to that. I really enjoy my Dreamcast.
Yeah, you should.
You know, I got to decide what game I want to do next.
Yeah, I still like playing original GTA on PS2.
PS2, yeah.
Original Grand Theft Auto, man, was pretty fun. The second one wasn't too bad either.
Yeah, Carl, he says I love the PS3. It's my all-time favorite. PS3 is a really good system. Really affordable to collect for too. Just tons of great games.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah,
I didn't
PS2
have PS3.
was good. I don't find too many games around here for it though. I have a hard time finding any PS2 thrifting games.
Yeah.
I'm thrifting. PS1's the hardest around here. I can't find any PS1 games.
Yeah.
And I've looked. I have maybe one or two.
I never got around to setting all my consoles back up, but I mean, I have a GameCube that's modded, and GameCube was a pretty cool system.
Yeah, I had a
games on
GameCube.
GameCube.
Sold to my sister,
Mhm.
though. I have the Wii's that can play the GameCube games.
Yeah. Now your Wii's, do you have them modded?
I've only modded one with a homebrew.
Like how do you I had a Wii with a mod chip, but then it broke. So then none of my games work. I had a bunch of games. I had all the burned games for it, but then when my Wii broke, I didn't know what to do.
Soft mod.
Yeah. How hard was that to do?
It was pretty easy.
Yeah.
I just followed a YouTube tutorial.
Uh-huh.
You have to go to a website and it downloads some patch.
Uh-huh.
That's
it's
a
all
little iffy, but it's all automated now.
Yeah, there's no chance of it bricking your Wii though, huh? When you do the
There
mod.
is. They say, okay, don't do anything when it's doing this, or you'll brick your Wii.
Yeah.
So you just don't touch it. But then after
Yeah.
it gets past there, then you're fine. It comes up with the homebrew menu. And
Then how do the games work? They're like on a memory card, or like how do you play a game on it then?
Yeah, SD
a memory
card.
card, SD card.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The games play good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no stuttering or anything. Just like they would have the disc.
They're just normal.
Yeah, normal. That's cool. Yeah, the Wii was cool. The only thing that hurt the Wii was it didn't have HDMI out. They make an adapter or something that you can get for the Wii now, but I remember.
Yeah, originally it did not.
The graphics were kind of like lower, like wasn't like. Is it 720p on Wii or is it? It's not HD.
Yeah, I think it was
not even as good as that.
It's originals.
Way better than it was.
Yeah, man, I used to love playing Wii Sports. Man, I played the hell out of some Wii Sports. Wii Sports was the stuff.
Yeah, we did too.
Wii Sports lived in that machine.
That was the first console I bought for my son.
Wii Sports is fun. It's still fun.
It's still fun. I mean, I would love to play that. If I could play it today, I'd probably play it. I love that game. We had some good games on it too. They had the Resident Evils were.
Well, they had the Disney Infinity. Those are fun. Well, the 1, 2, and 3 weren't available on it. I don't think. But
Calvin asked, did anybody see the trailer on Double Dragon game coming out soon?
I haven't watched it yet. I'm sure I'll like it. It looks like a retro modern remake. Apparently, you can play as the girl this time, though. It looks like
really?
That's what I heard. Yeah, I haven't watched it yet. I can't wait to watch it. I got to watch it.
What's it coming out on Steam or?
I don't know. Bozo Calvin, tell us about it. You should have him on the show sometime. He's cool. He's got a YouTube channel.
Oh, I know. I've asked him.
Yeah, you've asked him?
Yeah.
Come on the show. We'd love to have you on.
Yeah. Always turns me down, sucker.
Yeah.
Too
bad for you, sucker.
He's always working, sucker. PS2
Can't do your stream deck tonight.
PS2 was really sweet. Brought Grand Theft Auto 3. That's right. It was on there too. I have all 3 of those GTAs. I was still pretty PC gamer focused. See, that's how I was. I was PC focused. That's why I didn't get the PS3. Also adds so much to the chat. Yes, he does. Coming out PS5. What's that? Oh, coming out on PS5, PS4, and Xbox. The Double Dragons. Is it going to be on Steam too, Calvin?
Oh. Yeah, I like the original one. Double Dragon was good.
It was a hard game to play. So if it's coming out on PS4, PS5, and Xbox, I would think it would come out on Steam too. Seems like they all get them nowadays.
Yeah. Yeah.
I told you guys I
could get the new Street Fighter.
Not sure about Steam.
Yeah. Bozo Calvin's not sure about Steam.
For the Double Dragons. I bet it's going to be on there too. But yeah, I finally got my hands on 2 PS5s. After what? How many years? Was it 3, 4 years?
You got a PS5? Hey, we got Brooklyn Menace in the chat. Welcome to the chat, Brooklyn Menace.
Brooklyn Menace from Friday
Night Arcade Show tomorrow night, 9:30.
Then VR on what, Saturdays?
Mm-hmm. We're gonna have Glenn's Retro Show on and Biggie D. It's gonna be fun.
Speaking of Brooklyn Menace, he's coming on next week, right? On Arcade Talk.
I think so. We're talking about some VR.
All VR next week.
Yep.
So that'll be. Stay tuned for that one.
Stay tuned.
I don't know a whole lot from.
Hey, VR. Ralphie, what's up? Welcome to the stream.
Hey, what's up, Ralphie? What's up, everybody?
Star Wars Oculus VR is pretty good, or the Meta, whatever you want to call it.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I actually enjoyed just playing with the lightsabers and battling it out with the bots more than the game itself, but it's pretty cool. I haven't tried any other VR. That's the only one I got.
May the 4th be with you, for sure.
That's right.
I haven't even tried Pinball VR. I hear that's pretty good.
God of War. Yeah. Brooklyn Menace, I'll be there next week. Nice. Can't wait.
Star Wars Pinball VR is good, according to Thor.
I've just worried if, what is it, like 30 frames per second at that point? I mean.
30. I'm surprised it's 30.
Because it's one per eye, it's got to go back and forth. So,
yeah. Ralphie said literally just got back from Disneyland. Nice.
No, we don't have any inside info, Carl. We don't know. None of us know. We'll find out when everyone else finds out.
You have a good time, Ralphie, at Disneyland? I was at Disney World back in September. I still got footage, man. I got a bunch of footage still.
I would love to go to Disneyland, man. I would just love to go there. I mean, you know what's cool about Disneyland? They have the Indiana Jones ride, and Disney World does not have the Indiana Jones ride.
No, they do not.
I mean, I don't know. I love Disney though. It's just so much fun to go there.
Tiring, man. Tiring.
Yeah.
Me and my son was there for 5 days. We walked 30 miles.
Man, I don't know. I could move into the Haunted Mansion. Just give me a spot in there, I mean, the Haunted Mansion, Space Mountain,
Star
Pirates. I love those classic rides, man. I don't know. It's just
they actually updated Star Tours.
Star Tours been updated.
Oh, dude, it's so much better than the original ones. It's so good now. And they actually
original made me sick.
Did it really?
I got dizzy. Yeah.
Yeah. It's the same rockiness. I guess there's actually 3 different ones you can actually do now in Star Tours in Disney World. There's actually 3 different ones.
Ralphie said the Star Wars food is great. We didn't eat much when we went to the Star Wars at Florida.
Did you do the green milk and blue milk, Ralphie? And which one did you like? I like the green milk the best. I got a video coming out on that. See, I did a video and I haven't released that one yet. Back in September,
release that one.
Huh?
Dude, that Rise of the Resistance ride, that was the stuff, man. Yeah, that was the stuff. That was one awesome ride. I like that. That was cool.
I want to say it's a ride. It's really
it's an experience. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Because there's different things you do. I mean, it's a pretty unique experience. I really like that one. Millennium Falcon was pretty good too.
Yeah.
That was more of a ride, but
they had
Ralphie
the original
says,
cast in Rise, right? Didn't they have the original cast in Rise? The Resistance? It was the Terminator one, right? That came out a while ago. You're talking about something different.
I never seen
Rise of Resistance is it's like a kind of a Disney themed Star Wars ride. It's got Kylo Ren in it. It's like one of the newer rides at Disney World.
Yeah, it came out. Was it last year or the year before?
Like a year or two ago. Yeah, it's still pretty fun though. It's pretty well done.
Yeah, they had a lot of problems with that ride. Reason why they had problems with that, because the robots and stuff are on kind of like on a track, like it's following something underneath the concrete. So whoever engineered that put the stuff too far down into the concrete, so it kept
sensors were missing.
They kept losing the sensors because they just put it too far down in the concrete. I'm like, how can you engineer that?
I don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot. Like it's pretty good though. It's pretty amazing still. Like when you go in that room and there's like the whole thing of stormtroopers standing there, and you're like in the space hangar bay looking out into space.
It really looks like you're out there too.
And it looks like you just walked onto a Star Wars movie. I mean, that's incredible. I mean, it's just very cool. Very cool.
Yeah. That's yeah. I got that footage coming too. One of these days I'll get it out.
Yeah, I got footage of that ride. I should edit it and make a video eventually. I have footage of the ride. But I need to.
I think I got the whole ride because I was afraid they were going to say something running the camera, but they never did. So I got the whole ride.
Yeah, I do too. And I think a lot of people film it when they go.
Yeah.
I think that I don't think that concerned. People have seen it before. There's tons of footage. Yeah, Ralphie's right. You feel like you stepped into a Star Wars movie.
Yeah,
they really did a good job with it. I like that part, like when you get caught up in the battle and those cannons on your side that are firing off. Pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty cool experience. Yeah, I love that whole.
It's themed really well,
Yep.
Both of those worlds, the Avatar one is really themed well, and the Star Wars is themed really well. They did a really amazing job on those.
Yeah, Avatar, crazy. That the Avatar ride. They just had the new movie. They have 2 more movies coming out of that. They've already filmed this. The next one coming out, they've already filmed it, and they're going to actually clip parts of those scenes of the new movies coming out, and they're going to put it in that ride in Disney World. So you're going to have 3 or 4 or 5, however many movies are going to be coming out for Avatar. They're actually going to have a clip each one that ride, so you could have like 5 different experiences on that Avatar ride down Disney World. They already made the guy who directed the movie. They already made a deal with Disney to do that.
Okay.
So I thought that was pretty cool. So each time a new movie comes out for Avatar, you're going to be able to experience it in an Avatar ride. I think
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool that they're doing that. So they're kind of doing that with that Star Tours too. Now that, like I said, they have 3 different experiences on that.
Yeah, I know. Star Tours has a bunch of different like videos. Like you get a different you don't know which one you're going to get when you get on it.
Yeah, which is pretty cool because before you ride it was the same one over and over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait for the new Tron movie. That's what I want to see.
The Disney bloggers, man, they're everywhere. Ordinary Adventures. Anybody?
Yeah. Did you see some Disney bloggers when you were out there?
I did not.
No. That would be cool to run into someone like the Tim Tracker or someone that like does those Disney vlogs.
When I down there, man, it was so freaking hot, and it was every day there was a chance for storms. So I think, you know what? There was a event going out in California when I was down there in September. There was a Disney. I think it was the D23 was going on when I was down there.
Okay.
So they were all out in California doing the D23 experience.
Okay.
So none of them were down there. In the week I went, there was a lot of storms. So, but we did pretty good though.
Yeah.
We got to ride everything we wanted to ride. It seemed like every morning was fine, and then afternoon it would like rain, but which is no big deal. And then what it did was made everybody scatter, so there was nobody in the rides in the afternoon once the rain left.
Yeah.
Like no lines in the afternoon.
Well, that's cool. Anytime you have short or less lines, it's better at Disney.
Yep. Yes, it is. All right. I think we call it quits for tonight.
Okay, awesome. Well, thanks.
Yeah,
I gotta go watch the new Star Wars stuff.
What are you watching over there? The new series that just came out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still starting to watch The Mandalorian.
Yeah, I'm caught up.
I like
hey, Jeff's here. What's up, Jeff?
Hey, what's up, Braden Waters? Made it to the show?
I'm hearing rumors that I had a heart attack and died.
Dang, how can you be on the stream then?
Yeah, it's the ghost of Jeff Rainwater.
It's the ghost.
I need my special hat. Hold on. Gotta get my special hat out. Gotta get my special hat out.
Weird.
There's always room for one more.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Rainwaters. You ate.
I'm not reading that one.
You ate too many birds.
That would do it, Carl. That would.
Must be extra beef.
Yeah.
Stormtrooper over there. I still got my.
I know, dude.
This is the Obi-Wan Kenobi one. The cool one about this Obi-Wan Kenobi one actually has this little button over here, which does Hey, we all three got ours. All right. Nah. Way to end the show with our lightsabers.
May the fourth be with you.
May the fourth be with you.
Take care, man.
May the fourth be with you guys. Thanks everybody for being on stream. Thanks Hobbyhands for showing us stuff.
No problem.
Stay legit.
And don't forget to stay legit.
See you next time.
Welcome, you rebel scum. We beyond you joined us. You know, it's your destiny. Welcome to another Arcade Talk live stream. So sit back, you rebel scum. And may the fourth be with you.
T. McCluskey presents Arcade Talk live stream.
We will now begin on the